Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together. InMe Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities. A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities. A look back on our impact. At In Me Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. In Me Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals.
You're going to offer. Okay, that's cool. What other piece did we mention? And the pricing. Hey, moving can be. Is there something you also remember around pricing? The 7 piece. Will someone remember some of them? Okay, Michael. Okay. What would you say about people when it comes to marketing?
Those that are your target audience.
That's also very important. So these are some of a brief of the things that we actually discussed when it came to Please, excuse me, please. This presentation will be. Just some of the few things we discussed when it came to marketing. And so today we want to not like stay at introduction. We want to get more practical. I saw the feedback that were placed on the board for me. Some were like, okay, this is very good, but this is like stuck in theory. Can we have some practical, like flesh added to what we have discussed? And I said, yes. we would now dive deep into what are the key practical processes that you or myself, I have to go through in order to kind of be able to get through marketing. And we want it not to be me talking and lecturing you. We want it to be as practical as much as possible, and we want you to participate in the process. So remember last 3 weeks, we shared with you a marketing strategy document. Did we have some time to go through it? And when you went home, were you able to go through? Were you able to fill yours? We didn't fill it on the form. We didn't. Can you share your experiences? What new did you learn? Is there something new you learned in the process as you were filling that form? Were you able to gather your thought? What really were you thinking of in the process of filling the forms or the template?
It's kind of, I felt like a guideline, yes. It was like a guideline to help me broaden my knowledge in the field that I was in. And it also brought my attention on certain things that have never occurred to me before earlier. So it was like there were thought-provoking things, that some things that I've not really taken notice of. So as I was answering the questionnaires, it was like my mind was being drawn, my attention was being drawn to such sites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who also took some time to fill out the form, the marketing strategy form? No, then what were your learnings?
I think one of the things I realized is what makes your product stands out. Value proposition.
Value proposition.
Yes. So it made me go to different markets or shops to find out how the combinations and other things, and they really explained things to me.
To you.
Yeah.
That's very amazing to me. Okay, so just a brief before we continue. Today we would, as I said, we will be looking much more into the practical bit of marketing. Our time together or engagement together is going to go in this particular direction. We will just, as we've finished our debriefing, we are going to pivot into just telling you a little bit about governance and then ideation, how the process of marketing starts, or even when you have an idea, how you can really thoughtfully put it together and then be able to be bold about taking the next steps around it. We'll talk about that a bit, just briefly, and then they are going to give us some templates. We'll split into groups, and we take our time and we pick on projects. I know some of you have companies already in the crowd. So for those of you who have companies, I mean, in your group, you can decide to choose your company as a case study. Another person too can choose their company as the case study. We'll take time, and then we'll develop a few details around governance. When we say governance, governance is more of like the very information and the very ideas you decide to use as a foundational base for anything you are building, any idea. So let's not make it like something big. It's what you decide to institute, the structures you want to put in place, how you want things to be defined when you are starting a particular entity or an idea. And so when you put all of those things in place, it gives you clarity. And anyone who is supporting you also has clarity on how they can run with you and work with you on that particular thing. So I think we established here the other time that when it comes to, most of us, we see what people are doing on social media and we quickly jump in without having clarity on where am I going, what's my product, what's my vision, what's my mission, where's my end. So we want to do a little bit of an ideation session for those of you who already have businesses. Maybe you use yours as the case study in the group for you to refine maybe your vision statement, your mission statement. In the group, you might be asked why your mission statement. You should be able to defend it. Why the vision statement? Why these goals you have selected? Why these values? Because all of these things come a long way to define your product image and your brand perception people will have of whatever service or product you are putting out there on the market. So from there, we'll look at the marketing strategy documents that you took the other time home. We want you to do that in a group, since we've already touched base on that. And we can explain a few things in there for everybody to have some form of clarity on a few things which are important to pull together before you begin to think of doing the visibility bit of marketing. So you don't just run into doing visibility, but you take your time and then you prepare with a few things that you need to pull together. So at least you can have some level of excellence. And then number two, as you put yourself out there, when questions are asked of you, you'll be able to not only defend your product, but you'll be ready to grow when an opportunity presents itself. That's the reason why you want to be visible as a product or as a service, to get more clients and to grow. We'll look at that. And then the last thing we're also going to take in that group is going to be the brand strategy. So brand strategy is like, what do people think of my service I'm offering? What do people think of the product I have put out there? How do people respond to my product? How do people think when they see what I have as a product? So, and that is something that I think we established last time, that in most of well-organized spaces, or whether or not organized, people really take time to sit down and then they really draw out a clear map on, this is how I want you to feel when you see my product. This is how I want you to respond when you use a product. This is the lasting experience I want to leave with you when you come to experience my service. So we want to also dive a little deep into, when it comes to brand strategy, what that really means. And it's going to be practical. We're going to fill the form together. There will be guidelines for us to do that with the company we've chosen. So we're able to help develop a brand strategy for that particular company. Now, when these things are done and you pull these things together, now you are ready to do visibility. You can now see a social media manager and say, hey, this is my marketing strategy, this is my brand strategy, and this is probably my content plan I have in place. Let's design a content plan based on my brand strategy and my direction I'm going and my marketing plan. Let's see how much it will cost, how much it's going to take me. These are my projections for profits at the end of this whole cycle, what I want to achieve. And then let's take it on and let's go forward. So then we don't jump into the whole, the whirlwind of everyone using digital tools to say, because it's a trend now, digital tools are the thing. But then how effectively are we using digital tools? So you can use digital tools much more effectively. After these processes, you will know which digital tool would be effective for your product or your service. You might get to know that maybe someone is using Facebook, but what you are doing, Facebook might not be a good option for you. You might want to probably think of YouTube. Maybe you begin to consider tactics of, say, storytelling. You realize, wow, your approach to storytelling, if you want to do the route of Instagram, it might not help you. Maybe you should rethink, maybe doing Facebook for your storytelling. Or you might want to rethink, maybe people are moving away from radio. But looking at what I'm doing, I need to focus on radio. It will be the best way I can be able to disseminate my information in a much more faster and clearer way for people to hear me. So these processes it helps you reorganize, and you are able to make very informed decisions when it comes to your process for marketing. And I think that is something you shouldn't leave for a consultant like me, so they will take money from you. Well, for some people, that's what really happens, who have the means to pay. They leave it for other professionals to do that for them. But there are a lot of resources that we also, as young people, can take advantage of to learn these things ourselves. So I think we'll take this as a starter and as an introduction. So when you also go and then you have the opportunity to build something bigger, you can dive deep, fine-tune what you have. And then now, if you have a team on board or you are running your one-man show, you can still do your one-man show well. And you are not worried about how it's going to turn out. Please, is there a question? Is there any question before we move on? Any question, any question, any question? There's no question. Okay. So I think we have our friends' house are ready. So are we ready? Okay, so we can have four groups. How many are we? We can have 4 companies, 4 groups. 4 groups. Do I do we can name 1, 2, 1, 2, and then let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we can have, one group can have 3. Shouldn't be only friends, so we should mix up. Let's mix up. Yes, miss. Okay. Okay. So I'll pick you. You also have a business. And then, okay. And then I won't pick you, Vance. Esinam, please, you pair with her. Guys should talk. Esinam, please, are you having a business? Not really. Don't worry. I'm selling a product. So it can be a business. Okay, you are selling a product.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together. InMe Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities.
Adapt. And I want to invest in that particular idea, as well as all the strategies you put in place for me as a business owner. So if I find, or no, as an investor, I will be the investor here today. As an investor, so if I find the strategy you've put in place is very good, and I'll be willing to say I want to invest my money in that particular idea based on what you've written. So we're going to pass the governance documents around, so you can all have a good view at it. We are passing that around first. Then let's go. Okay. The marketing. This is the marketing.
And this is the brand.
This is the brand. Yeah, show them. Is this one? What is your business vision? Yes.
What should I share?
See, that you staple it for us.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. In Me Global has equipped over 500 individuals with
We were able to learn about the introduction to marketing overall. And in the process of learning about the deep introduction to marketing, as Michael defined, there are various processes which are part of the cycle of marketing. And one of the core or fundamental parts of marketing is actually governance. First stage is governance and research. It's one of the core things any business or any product want to go through before they start a marketing cycle. And so what we are doing today, after all the talk we did, is taking us through the practical ways by which you can start your marketing cycle, and then from there pivot before you get to visibility. Most of us in this room are very conversant with the visibility part of the marketing cycle. And so what we are doing now is taking you through the actual flesh which you have to use for your visibility. So then when you go through all of these things, it can give you a clear product identity or a service identity. It can help you map out your vision for where you are going as a brand. It can help you fine-tune your messaging. So when you have your governance in place, and then you are also able to have issues related to research in place, it gives you better grounding for the products and service you are offering and how you want to create visibility for it. I hope this makes sense. So this first document shared with us is actually the governance document, if you cannot have a look at it. Now when we define governance, you cannot come on the board. When we define governance, as I mentioned, governance as the core fundamental information that a group or a person decide to be the body for which they run a particular entity. So the core information you institute in place in order to run a particular entity. So that, number one, will help define and give clarity to what you are doing, number one. Number two, it helps give people access to understand where you are going and how they can support and help you. It clearly defines your goals, and it clearly sets the pace for partnerships and support. So for everything, it's not only for companies that most of the times we see, but even it's supposed to have been a practice of life, that before you set in motion anything you are doing, you have to set governance or fundamentals in place which will govern the way that particular thing should run. And in our case, we are talking about businesses, and in businesses, specifically products and services we are talking about here. So this very document we are looking at right now is going to look at how, if I am a business and I want to start, what are some of the key things I have to write down about my business, which is going to influence my products and the service I'm delivering at the end of the day. Yes, please. The rules that will guide your business, sort of thing. So if you go through the document, let's start going through the document on governance. Last week we learned the cycle is governance and research. These are some of the first core things that you look at before you move down the tier. What is your business's vision statement? What is your business's vision statement? And then what is your mission statement as a business? The next thing is, what do you want people to feel or say about your business? So your image and your messaging. The next thing is going to be, what line of business are you operating? The type of the product you are delivering. What type of product are you delivering? And if it's a service you are offering, what type of service are you offering? Okay, you can go through from there, we give the instruction and move. The next one we have here is, what is your value proposition as a business? What is your value proposition? What value do you deliver to the customer? Which one of your customers' problems are you helping to solve? Who are your audience and who are your customers? Can you segment your customers? Is it possible for you to segment your customers? The next one is segment your customers. So we'll come there. So when we say segmenting customers, it has to be based on the business you are running. So for example, if you are running a transport company, you could say, for example, you have cars you give out for rent. You could say, I'm segmenting my customers into the middle class economy person and then the high income economy person. And I'm going to offer, say, luxury cars to those kind of people. So first of all, that's why the first question was, who is your customer? So then you're able to know, this is my target group of people. Now remember, when you are able to do this, what happens is that the social media manager is not the one who is going to determine your target audience and the people you should reach with your adverts. Do you understand now? Because you as a business, you have a clear vision on who is your target audience. So now the person can be a guide. Now, oh, I think Accra, there are a lot of males, there are a lot of females. But I said, no, my target is Dansoman. That is what I'm targeting. And then Dansoman, I'm looking at females within X age group to this age group. That's my target audience. So a lot of times, most people approach social media managers and content creators, and we don't even have all of these ideas. So the person uses his own knowledge from past experiences to determine how your business should flow and run. And if we were doing proper critical analysis, most of us will lose money at the end of marketing seasons or processes. When we do a lot of visibility stuff, people will promote pages $5 every day, $5, $2. By the end of the year, you look at that, maybe you spend about $1,000 or 500, close to 600, and then there's no engagement on the Instagram. There's no engagement on the Facebook. You're not organically growing. There's no clear vision. The response you are getting is not what you are looking out for. But then if fundamental phases of marketing were taking place and you hadn't just jumped straight into visibility and all of these things were answered, then it would have really helped you couch your messaging well. You know who your messaging is for. You know who you are targeting. You know who you are looking for and what exactly you are looking out for them when you push your ads or you are putting your product out there. And it will give you much more control than you leaving or ceding control to an outsider. I'm not saying those people are no good, but every professional needs to be guided by you, the vision bearer. But then if you cede all your responsibility to the professional supporting you in a particular capacity, the person might just use their professionalism to do what they best know for you because you're not contributing at any level. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, you might jump to the next person. You might end up repeating the same mistake by leaving the whole responsibility on them. But this is an aspect you have to figure out yourself. So what we're actually doing right now is what we call ideating sessions. And we do that with firms, with entities. Maybe we are not going to probe you so much, but we help you design your vision, your mission, and we probe you why that is it. So as we probe, as you speak, you realize that you begin to even correct it. You begin to refine what you've written down. And if someone will pick up and go like, no, I don't think this is not it. Let's change it. Let's see, this is not it. And you realize that you are gradually refining what your vision is, what your mission is. And again, it clearly helps you define your goals. So then, as we were taught this morning, you know your step by step. You can break your goals, like activities down, how you can achieve them. And even when it comes to visibility, you can now break down, okay, I want to target these people. This is my goal for targeting them. This is the engagement I'm looking for. This is the response I want to get on my products. This is where we want to be known. This is the people we want to have talking about us and all of that and stuff. And again, when all of those things are done, how do you even measure the outcome of the marketing you've done if you don't have your goals and you don't have your messaging? Because when you have all of these documents, which we are going to go through intact, it can really help you know, no, this approach is not working. Let's change approach. Because at the end of the day, probably we want to see engagement. We want to see people talking about the product. But we realize we are pushing, using a particular tool, a digital tool, for example, and there's no talk about the product. Then maybe you go back to the table and with your consultant, you can decide and say, no, we don't think Facebook is our thing. Maybe we should do television. We should go the route of traditional marketing. We looked at the type of marketing last month. We looked at traditional and digital. Maybe for us as a brand, the whole idea of doing digital marketing is something we should do as supplementary. It shouldn't be our main. Our main target should be television and radio. So when we get our grounding, then we now move to social media. And some brands, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what some brands are supposed to do, or else they will get missing. Nobody will get to know them. So these things have to be strategically mapped out so you don't throw money away and you don't waste a lot of time when we all really have little time on our hands. I hope this makes sense. So now in our teams or in our groups, we are adapting the business. Obviously, some of us have businesses already, so it will be an opportunity for those who have businesses to say, maybe we are picking my business for this. So it's not only you working. So you have yes, you're working as a team. You have a business already, right?
Yeah,
You want them to use your business.
No, I want them to use something that we both.
You both can connect with. Guys, decide. Pick a business. Quickly pick a business for me. Guys, pick a business. Pick a business. Choose one business. You're going to use your business, right? The two of you. Can you take this off? I don't do anything. So then she can hear you. The strong team. What are you picking? What business are you picking? Guys, decide. Decide on something for me. But remember, this is a competition, no? Remember, this is a competition. We want to see the best governance, like Claire. We have things we are marking. Our judge, Edna, is in the house. When we come to do our final presentation, we'll get to see and we get to learn what is happening in the house. So we have that. And then we see. So what you guys are doing now is what we call ideation. You're ideating, fine-tuning your ideas. What is the vision of a business? You're ideating. So guys, we have 20 minutes. 20 minutes for this activity. To finish the whole leaflet, 20 minutes. No pressure. Don't just chew and pour for us. We want you to understand what you are doing.
You know, we have to go with.
So maybe if I have to explain some of the terms very quickly, I know some are quite abreast, others are not. So when we say the vision statement of a company, it's more an entity, it's more of like your dream, how far you want to go, your vision. What do you see? Like vision, eyesight. What do you see? So you see some firms, they try to summarize what they see. Sometimes it is cut with the problem they want to solve. And I would say for mission is how you want to accomplish your vision. So you realize some mission statements, you realize that there are some action words strategically put in there, some way, somehow connecting to the vision. Connecting to the vision. And some of them, you realize that some of the mission statements, it is addressing, it's a particular, maybe say, it's an action point on how the vision can be accomplished for a particular frame of time. And at some point, it can be changed. So some firms, with time, they change their mission statement because probably they've been able to use that to achieve their vision to a point. So that can be refined. But your vision is your bigger picture, what you see. And then your mission kind of is a breakdown of how do I go in that route and accomplish my vision.
What is the way of solving that problem?
The way of solving that problem. Please pick a seat and enjoy them here for me. So maybe you can use that. So what we are doing right now, you are welcome. We are pushing in straight. Maybe you can join them there. Last week, we did the deep dive into introduction to marketing. Now what we are doing today is that we want to now begin to do the practical aspect of the marketing cycle. And now we are starting with that. So we pick a business, we're looking at the mission statement, vision statement, and all of
What
that.
about
We're
you?
looking,
You
adapting one
outsource the
business.
product from
We're
other
preparing our mission statement, vision statement, all the core things we need to put together, which at the end of the day will influence our marketing strategy. Yes, so that's what we are doing right now. Let me take. Maybe we will share. So have you guys adapted the business yet? Have you adapted the business? Maybe you give him an update. Please, we have 20 minutes for the task. Adapt a business quickly. Adapt a business quickly. And then let's begin to move. So what do you want people to feel or say about your business? Like we're using the Jollof example. Like people going to say, share, Charlie. Jollof, we dear, come. You know, what do you want people to feel or what do you want people to say about your business? It's very important. That can actually inform your value statement, your value as an organization. Very, very important. Very, very important.
So just write the vision. I think it will be refined definitely.
And again, we're also looking at what line of business are you operating? When we say what line of business, is it maybe in agriculture, agribusiness? Is it maybe financing? Just being a little bit specific on the industry of focus. You know, because that also is going to influence how you are going to do your research and where you should even research. So that is something as a business you have to actually be very clear. No, there are some ideas which can fall in different industries at a time. But you as a business have to define which industry you want to focus on. So for example, if somebody is a teacher, teaching can really diversify in different fields and different sectors, but you have to find a specific target industry you want to focus on, right? Okay. Consultancy team A. I'm watching you guys. Maybe to jump ahead of all of you, just to explain a few other things, just on some of the other pages before you get there, the value proposition. So the value proposition for a business, is actually looking at how do you want to deliver your service to your clientele? What value are you offering to them? That is something you should really think about. What value are you offering and what problem are you solving? What of their pains are you actually changing so that they get gains from that, not pains rather? I think that's the only thing which is outstanding here we need to pick up. Well, let's pick something super simple. Let's not pick something super simple. Something super simple. Okay, guys, we have about 15 minutes more to finish this task, so let's get on with that.
because it's a healthy juice.
Yeah.
It's just like that. So earning power. Who can purchase rights? Who can purchase our products? Because children take money from their parents to buy purchasing power. Who have purchasing ability. So those are the people who are looking at. For instance, if you pick Indomie, it's not kids that buy it, it's their parents. Those are advertises for children. Their parents are the ones that buy it. Where does the audience or customers spend most of their time? I would say school,
offices,
work.
working.
Because because they're on the move, they need something to energize them and keep them refreshed. So they buy for school, they buy when they're going to work, and then also at, let's say,
Are they gathering?
gathering. That's a big one. So this one is.
So for work, are you going to sell at their workplaces or?
So
How exactly?
we have either, if like we have a good plan, see where they buy food, with that lunch, where is the juice, make sure that we have maybe a supplier close, a year close by, then they can easily pick our like juice.
So does it mean maybe for workspaces, if you want to like kind of route stand at strategic places, maybe or like maybe clustered office spaces or something of the sort, like these offices are clustered since they are your targets. So then you know like this is where they are, this is where they spend most of their time. This is like where we can kind of like, you know.
Also supply to schools.
So remember this now impacts your distribution.
Yes.
Your distribution channels as a business, as you're saying, defining these ones.
Yeah, we work cafeteria. It's for cafeteria.
So we look at maybe doing some no, don't worry, go ahead. You're doing well. You're doing very well. But let's be a little fast. We have about 10 minutes to go.
Okay.
Say you are using your business, right?
Yes.
So do it fast so you can go through. At least it's a guideline for you, right? Guys, what company are we using? What's your
Citrine gadget.
Citrine Gadgets? So what do you do?
Sell electrical gadgets, that is home theaters, fans, ceiling fans, home appliances.
Home appliances in general. Okay.
So basically, we were torn between companies. We had the financing, we had the hair, and then we had the gadgets. But we wanted something that people can relate to, because the financing basically will come with a lot of terminologies, and because they are men, they can't really relate with the hair business. So we decided to go with the gadget itself.
So are we done with our mission? And that's your business. Have you been able to map out the mission and vision statements as well? Okay, that's no problem. We can go on. Maybe you can name that electronics, because if you say electric house, it's a bit, or you find a much more better way, electronics. And probably maybe specifically it's supply. You are a distributor. That's what you are doing. So if you can really specify that, you are an electronics distribution company or something. So then you are very specific. So in even quoting your vision statements, that starts. We are an electronic distribution company which does blah 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 blah. So then you have now carved a specific identity. Sometimes when you are pitching an idea, a lot of times, sometimes what some investors are looking for is just the industry. Some of them will just, okay, this is not my field, they won't even listen. But then when you just start and you are vague and you are not very specific, people will not know whether the person for what the industry. So these questions help you fine tune and have specific messaging. when you are even pitching yourself to an investor, like them who give money and all of that, you are very clear on this is who we are, this is what we stand for, this is what we do. All right. You're welcome.
So the B is going to talk about the services that we have pointed here.
So guys, what business have we adapted?
Car detailing service.
Hey, what's car detailing service? What car? You clean.
But this one we are going to their homes to provide them with cleaning, the inside, the outside. It's more like a car wash, but this one we are doing
A home service.
This one is for premium service.
It's a premium service. You have English, you have to be my friend. The guy he knows how to write brothel. It's good. Oh, you too, you're a technical guy. So you bring the complicated things too. And then he will do the explanation for you. Well, that is cool. Okay. So you offer premium services and it's just home service. Guys, rethink of diversifying your service portfolio. Maybe. I'm just saying.
Sports cars because they want to clean it detailing so that they trust that people won't damage because their products
Do we have such a company in Ghana? Yes, we have. We have a company like that in Ghana. They only focus on like detail cleaning sports cars. He's saying yes. So.
sports cars.
there are so many companies in that area.
I know they do, but not really for sports.
That is somebody's school. The people who go and clean one's car and then just find cars, they clean where they are from. The people who do that, when they go and clean with their car, is there anybody who will clean those Rolls Royce?
Yes, that's the only.
But maybe because we see maybe, and I'm happy you guys have picked this area. Maybe it's not so like out there, and then maybe it's an industry which is not so visible. But I'm very happy you've picked this, so then you can like really bring us more information on it, you know. Okay, guys, we have about 10 minutes more to go. We've given a lot of room, guys. Which consultancy firm is really going to win for today? Which firm will I be willing to invest my money and bait on and say we are going to go on their marketing journey with them?
The customers into groups.
So maybe quickly before we move on, we have about 5 minutes more, by the way. But I wanted to take a brief and explain question number 8. Summarize your product value chain processes and unique positioning at the end of when a product is made. I know some teams are perfect with that. Other teams might want to figure out. So when we talk about your value chain, we're basically talking about the various components or the people or the other various external people you source stuff, you source different aspects of what you are creating from. So those people are in your value chain. So for example, when we're talking about batik making, in their value chain are folks who are making dye, those who are manufacturing cotton, those who are also like manufacturing the calico cloth. It comes to the person, you, who will pick all of these components together, and then you are able to kind of make that into the product. Now, beyond your value chain also, you also now look at your process. So you realize when you are looking at your manufacturing process properly, you realize for a batik or a tie and dye person, it starts really from cotton manufacturing, the batik. You, in the chain where you are, will be receiving the dye and then the batik. And now you now applying design to it and now turning that into the cloth we are going to use. So understanding your value chain is very important. It can help you craft your messaging and your story right. And we shared an example of how if you are using natural dyes, for example, for your textiles, then because you're able to map your value chain, you can follow up and get to understand exactly what they are using for their dyes, what they are doing, how they're able to make the dyes. And that can also help inform and make your message richer when you want to sell your product. That can even inform your value proposition. So understanding value chain helps you understand the specific industry you're operating in and how that overall industry works. And then, so you mentioned it is attached to your unique positioning as a product. Your unique positioning, right? So there's a distributor. Yes. And then you have chosen specific companies that you buy gadgets from. They are manufacturing the product. Now, when you want to look at your value chain, you have people who make chips, people who manufacture different various parts of technology, electronics, and then you have the company who receive all of these things, and they put all the components together. And you are the one, you test with them, you validate, they help you, you help them distribute. And so that is your value chain. Those who are manufacturing the various components of the electrical gadgets, and then the company who you are buying from, who kind of assemble all the pieces together.
It's not the company who are manufacturing it, that's what I'm like. Then they went to the company and bought it from them.
So you bought from a wholesaler.
Yeah.
So even that doesn't even change much. You and a wholesaler, you are still within the retail side of things. You are all distributors. You are the second tier or secondary distributor. That person becomes the primary distributor for the firm. So if you're looking at your value chain, still, that is the value chain for which your products exist within. You understand? So even, for example, the batik example we gave, it could be somebody who has somebody at Makola, they go and buy the batik from in bulk to sell. But if you're looking at the value chain, it still starts from those who are processing cotton, calico, and it comes the dye until it comes to that. And you, on the other end, have positioned yourself as distributors of the product when others are manufacturing. So you don't manufacture, you distribute. So at the end of the day, it's important you somewhat understand the product they are offering you. And I'm sure the company or whichever wholesaler is selling to you gives you better and say, hey, maybe you should pick, for example, Hisense, maybe over X brand. Maybe you should pick Y brand for maybe television over this, because we believe this one offers this and that and that and that and that, which is coming from our company that the other company might not be able to offer. So understanding your value chain and the processes and the people or the various like stakeholders in that value chain, and understanding how they do their work will help you understand the value of what they are offering for you. And in return, you would be able to now put value on what you are offering, especially for you. Your part is pure sales. So it is actually your part that you have to really understand the processes, and you can use that to pitch your messaging and then really convince people to say that I think our product is better than other products on the market, if you understand me. Does it make sense?
If we are doing that, we get that one. And then we come to the number 9. Are we supposed to identify the profits we get as a distributor, determine and explain your price join, your price point, and justify the price indicator per your inputs and external makers?
Markets, yes, you have to. You have to. What are your price points? If you are buying maybe, say, for example, the question will be how many products are you kind of supplying? So that's why when you said electronics in general, it is very broad. It could be you supply for maybe television, refrigerators, and X and X and Y. A lot of times people might not do all at once. They might just start with 3 or 4 different types of electronics, and then they expand.
Sorry to cut, but we've decided to concentrate on Gen Zs or content creators. So with content creators, it's about the tripod stands, the smartphones, cameras, those are the things we've decided
So when we say products, those are the things you list as your products. And you have to be specific. Because if you realize you're not specific, you are very vague in general, it affects all your other questions. You're not able to clearly answer questions. Even map your customer base, you understand me? So your product, you have to be quite specific. It's not general electricals that you are doing. There are specific products under electricals that you are selling and you are pitching. And this even goes to answer the question of how sometimes we encourage when you are starting business, they tell you that start small or test with some products, then from there you expand. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, so which firm is, hey, this ideation session is really going well. What's up? Obaya, what's happening? You're on it. Okay. We have some very interesting business ideas like floating in the house.
What comes under the production? That's the processing.
And just a little clue as you go on, a little clue. If you are able to map out your markets, your customer segmentation carefully, and where they spend their time, you'll be able to determine your distribution chains as well. If you are able to map out your customer segment very carefully, it will help you, and you know where most of them spend their time. It will help you be able to route a good distribution channel for your product or service. So whom's is so vague. If you say who is your customer for your soap, who is your customer? You can decide to say maybe, my friend is saying for domestic usage. So you are targeting families at home. So that could be one. And you could also decide to segment and say, I'm also segmenting maybe to restaurants. You see? So then you are targeting that. So you have the power and authority to decide who your customers are. But the beautiful and good thing is that when you're able to map these things out, what it helps you to know is that as you test, you realize, oh, maybe these people are not working for me. Let me shift my attention. And then the first question you have to also ask yourself is that, what is the function of your product? That's why you are doing your vision and mission statement. So if you know exactly the product you are offering, and the problem, what problem are you solving with your product? And a group of people, Ben, they really need this solution. Do you get it? That can help you map out the people you should focus on. Is it home? Are there daycare schools? Do you get it? Is it hospitals? Is it clinics that need this thing?
We are targeting household. So
Household.
yeah, so household. We are thinking when we talk about household, when you go to the restaurant, you can have a household unit in the restaurant, in the hotel. Maybe they have a kitchen that it's not an industrial place like maybe Tema Hambo, which is more of an industry. I don't know if that one fits well.
I would say you can actually probably decluster that and then treat restaurants as separate. And then so then you, as you're saying, you are targeting homes. So you also are targeting homes. So it's for that one, all ranges of people and all families are part of that. So you can say families, or you can put that cluster in domestic usage for domestic audience, which is like homes and families. You can push in families, yes, families or homes, and you can put homes in brackets. And then again, you can look at other segments. Now, when you are able to put all of these segments or way together, it helps you know how to target your product.
So the segment you can write many.
The
Or
segment
just
you
one?
can actually write many.
Okay.
So what even for here, you can even decide to pitch an age group. So all ages you can go on because everybody uses soap and to clean themselves. So all ages you can from age range and they don't know how to do their thing. So you can say from like primitive years up for all family members and all people of all ages. They are your target. Because here you see seminar in your mind in a way. Then segmentation, you can segment them and say we are looking at domestic usage. We are also, as you said, you can even target industrial usage, where you are targeting factories and this, maybe laundry, you are targeting maybe kitchens of restaurants. You can segment and decide to see which you want to focus on. Okay, I think I've given a grace period for some time. Yeah. I know this is very interesting, everybody. So maybe just some 3 minutes so we can wrap up. About some 3 minutes so we can wrap up with this session. And when you are pricing, please remember to add your overhead or overhead costs, indirect and direct. A lot of times, especially in our culture, because we don't do a lot of recording, people tend to overlook indirect costs. We focus on the direct ones, but please make sure you factor in all the indirect costs so you are able to kind of like have an actual cost price for your product or the service you are offering.
The value chain.
Okay.
So ours will start from the shop we buy the.
No, your value chain, yours will probably will start from the chemicals, those who produce the chemicals. You see, you were talking about how you do organic, they are water free. So one of the things you have to do is to research. Where are these people getting these product chemicals from? Once you were reading online to see the content of these chemicals, do you get? So you can. That's where it starts from. Manufacturing companies, maybe in Asia, you can maybe in Asia manufacturing chemicals and away from labs. That is where it starts from. Then obia manufacture bottle packaging items. and also a part of the value chain. And then your friend is saying,
What does this play in the marketing role?
so this one helps you understand your product and the value of your product and how your product is different from any other product on the market. So then it can help you pitch your value proposition. What value are you offering to your customer? So in your case, when you do an extensive research, probably you get to learn that, oh, there are different types of chemicals on the market. But then as you find the chemicals, you are not gullible. You don't just go for what everybody said. You decide you want to work with a chemical. And you look at the pros and the cons, you realize, oh, this A chemical is good for so and so, so it's organic. Now, the moment you find out that it's organic, that can actually influence your messaging. So you can now add that to your advertising when you are doing the visibility part. Okay, and when they ask you, what value are you offering for me? If I'm using your hand soap, why should I use your hand soap? Value. Number one, if I can picture, for example, if you consistently use whey, a number of other products on the market have chemical, maybe paraben or whatever, which essentially is, or there's research that maybe contributes to cancer. But for us, we are actually offering EYZ, which is natural and is very good and doesn't cause any harm to your skin when you use them. So you realize that, like, because you understood your value chain and everybody is contributing in that value chain, it's able to help you know what they have all done that you are benefiting of and how that is impacting your product. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, everything everybody is doing is impacting your product. Indirectly or directly. Into understanding what they are doing and what they are putting in a product is very important, so then they can help you amplify your message well. And even it will give you power of choice. With time, you can just say, many supply way in your because I'll move it to this supplier. What you are saying? See, that's how you can be able to map out your unique positioning at the end of when a product is made. When you are able to figure out the hope and you know what makes you unique in the market.
What does your audience
or your customers spend most of their time?
with us?
It helps you say, now, okay, where do they spend? What's the homes? You're targeting homes. So it will be in the house, or do they spend most of their time in the house or at work? Exactly. So if you are spending most of your time in your work, what do you have to do? It means you have to reroute your market, your customer segment well. That you are targeting maybe family, middle class worker families. Do you get it? Because usually, old people will feel. It's a bit more redefining or market or target market, no segmentation. Why in ye? And I have saying so no. What in ye? Baby almost spend most of their time now. I bet one know how to distribute your product. Do you get it? Then you know exactly. Even know the type of packaging. Oh, office baby, brown him say gallon in your office. Now they have innovative ways of a pouch. No more sugar way na one who be UC. So if you know our target here, you are not going to pick hand way how be UC. It be a small sachet, a shoni panny bag or tea no or their whole inside. No koneni. So that helps you position your product well. And then you're able to present with them what will work for them in the spaces they are in, number one. Number two, it helps you define your distribution channels. No, baby, also the near Makobu because I hold on more. What the near Mano, one nam now turn them off your queen, because then for 4 years, they don't know where their customers are spending their time. The ones at the end of the name of from near my baby, if you know Niho. What's I say? So understanding this really will help you. I have fun from products and co. So you go where they are so they can buy from you. Do you understand? It's not 20 minutes work. We've given you guys 30 minutes. It's even more than 30 minutes. Someone saying that it's not 30 minutes, but it's not 20. No, I think we should wrap up.
When they are voting, they become majority of
They go home, they continue. It's true. I know, guys, okay, we have a lot to do. Yes. Okay, yes, it's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes, it's fine. It's been, I know this has been very, very insightful so far. And I'm sure this is what we call an ideation session. It's really helped you like rethink and all of that. I would encourage that if you are starting any idea, get a group of like-minded people and sit down and do some of these things. So I realized we've put him on the spot a bit. You are asking a lot of questions. And for you, it's really pushing you to have a lot of uncomfortable conversations. Even your price point, you are now remarking your price points. I noticed also that like the way your vision statement is, you are refining your vision statement. How you identify yourself as a brand, you are now getting specific tag names you want to identify yourself as. And I also realize now you are beginning to reduce your portfolio of products. You don't just sell electronics broadly. You find specific products, you start from there, you target audience, and you begin to grow from there so you can make more increase. So this is a good session for you as a business to kind of like be able to like, you know, reshape and then fine-tune what you are doing well as an idea. I hope it's in some way it's been helping. Yeah. Yes, consultants say to you, consultants, the consultants say, are you going to almost here per 1 minute or per 1 minute? You are going to pay them per hour. This one is not per hour, per minute. Okay. So consultancy team. What do we call this consultancy team? What do we call you guys? What's your the Fresh Look consultancy firm? Fresh Look. Please, what do we call this consultancy firm? What do you call your consultancy firm?
Our company.
Yes, you can give me your company name.
JK Consultancy.
JK Consultancy. Okay. Please, firm. The firm. Citrine Gadgets. Okay, amazing. So it's amazing that you are all consultants and then one person brings a business and you're all consulting him to put his business in order. That's amazing. Okay, fresh consultancy firm. I think we want to we want to come to you. We want to come to you and then we want to learn. So guys, this is what we are going to do right now. Because this is a lot of questions to go through. We are going to look at which ones each of us have taken. At least we take 3 from each team. We discuss a little bit what we did and move to the next team. For your presentation, you won't discuss everything for us. So first of all, pitch for us the business or idea you proposed. Pitch the business idea. Please, I hope you are listening. I know people are still working, but please listen. Please pitch for us the business or idea you are proposing so that we can have clarity on what you are saying or where you are going. And then we'll let you pick 4 of the questions. You take us through what you wrote down on them. Then we can move on to the next one. I noticed for you guys, you almost finished, so we'll let you do the latter past questions. We'll let you handle that. And then for your team, maybe the middle questions will go for you guys. And then the early stage will come here. The early stage questions will come here. And then we'll have the mid, between early stage and then mid will come to you guys. Okay, please, are we clear? Yes. So the first thing we are doing is pitching. We are pitching the idea. Let your idea be smart. It should be very smart. Very, very smart. All right, let's go. What's the name of your firm again?
Okay, so you can say TFL.
No, it's true. It's true. So what's the name of your company?
Africlean Detergents.
Africlean Detergents. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we would receive Africlean Detergents. First 4 questions. First of all, pitch the business to us. From there, go through the first 4 questions. Come forward a bit, guys. You are a bit far off from us. Pitch well. African, funding for $2,000. Funding for $2,000. What do you have to say? Hey. Okay. We are listening. Electronic people. Let's all bring our attention here.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
So we are Team Africlean. AfriClean Detergent is manufacturing company that produces products such as dishwashing soap, floor cleaner, toilet cleaner for your homes. These products, especially for the dishwashing, is tough on grease, gentle on your hands. Your surfaces too are going to preserve because there are some chemicals when you use on your surface, it breaks either your tiles or your glass. But these are our products. It rather preserves it. It makes it safe. Yes.
Okay, so I think we've heard a bit about AfriClean, what they do. So if you can go ahead and then walk us through the first 4 questions.
Okay. The first question: what is your business vision statement? Our vision statement is to set the standard for household detergent in Africa.
Wow, that is very good.
Then the second question: what is your mission statement? Our mission statement is we provide a cleaner, healthier environment by crafting innovative, rich, foamy, tough on grease, and amazing fragrance, and gentle on hands and surface detergents.
Hey, wow, I like that. Wow.
Then the third question: what do you want people to feel or say about your business? The first one is we want them to say that it removes bad odor. The second one is we want them to feel a luxury environment. It's not that after that they have used the detergent, over there will be smelling of the detergent, but it will give a very good fragrance. Then the third one is we want them to know and to say that when they use our soap, their equipment and surfaces are preserved. It is not going to underwash or overwash. I hope you, because there are some detergents that are very strong that corrodes surfaces, and there are some detergents that you use that does not wash the cooking stove well. It leaves stains. So we want to be in the middle, that if they buy a stove in 3 years' time, because of our detergent, it still looks brand new and clean. Then the third one is just a drop is perfect. They don't need a lot. They just need a little.
You know, that could even be your tagline. Just a drop is perfect.
Yeah. So the fourth one, what line of business? Oh, is it 3? Okay. What line of business are we operating in? So we are operating in the chemical industry.
Chemical industry.
Yes, please. Dishwashing, liquid soap, Parazone, floor cleaners, and toilet cleaners.
So there are 4 products you are offering at the moment on the market.
Yes, please.
Are you sure you want to do all 4 at a go?
No, now we are. Our focus is the dishwasher and the Parazone for now.
Okay. Okay. B. Okay, you leave the B. Leave the B.
Yeah,
leave
done.
the B. You are done. All right. Thank you so much. Before you leave, any questions? Any questions, guys? The floor is open. Please, let's ask questions. Is there any question you have for them? First of all, let's all do an assessment. Because it's a discussion for us to learn. Do we think her vision statements is clear enough for the kind of mission she was pitching? What did you also think? Let's be very honest with her because she's really building up her business. Her vision statement.
How was the vision statement?
Can we, with the vision statement, please?
Vision.
Your vision.
The vision is to set a standard for household detergent in Africa.
What do you, okay, what's your thought?
This is how you setting the standard for them.
It comes in a mission. How she's setting the standard? The mission statement. Yes. Can you read your mission statement also?
Mission. The mission is to provide a cleaner, healthier environment by crafting innovative, foamy, rich, tough on grease, amazing fragrance, and gentle on hands products, or let's say detergents.
Right. So But I think my question to the team would be, is there a correlation between this mission statement and the vision statement that we have been given? I mean, when I say correlation, let's look at the positive side. Is there the link? Do you guys find it?
Yeah.
You find the link there? Okay. Let's take one submission after the other. One submission after the other. So she can at least put a few things down to fine tune what she has on paper.
See, like for a soap like business, the main thing the consumers are looking for is like something that I will use on a daily basis to clean my wares or like anything. So if you craft something this lengthy, me as a person, I'm looking, okay, is it for me? Then fragrance, that's all. That's the most important thing for soap. Is it like smelling good? Is it for me? Then the next thing, after I have used it, that's when I'll now be thinking about maybe, oh, this soap, when I use it, it gives me rashes. Gentle on the hands. So that's the secondary thing. But the first thing for anyone buying soap is this going to ladder? When you're buying soap, what do you think of? Would it ladder, a puero, and then a smelling nice? That is the first thing. It's after we have used it, before we now start saying, we new and puero, and I said, and mama rashes. So from your statement, the focus should be on like fragrance, it's being foamy. And then I love the fact that you said it's gentle on the surface. So this should have been the three things that you could have focused on.
So I think maybe I will recraft what she's saying. What she's saying is that your mission statement should somehow be a bit summary. When I listen to your mission statement, I hear a value proposition. I hear what value am I offering? What pains am I taking from the client? What pains am I addressing?
Yes.
Because people now have cancers from chemicals and all. So most of the things you mentioned there are great. But then it's part of your mission. But can you cluster some of them, like she said, and have a very tight summary? I know this is just we, so take your time, think and rethink and see. You can find very good works which you can use to summarize. So then your team or anyone who runs with you can have, maybe it's 4 words. They know this is the focus of our company in a process of making soaps. Then everybody can run with it. But most of the things you said, I know they also equally qualify as your value you are offering as a company on the market. And another thing I also see I'm trying to put a link between the mission statement and the vision statement. Somebody was saying the vision felt big. I don't know, for me, I'm not able to build a connect. Which is good. They want to serve the whole of Africa. It's great. They want to serve Africa. It's very good. But to some extent, I have a feeling, I don't know, maybe you should rethink. For me, I think it's a bit vague. It's not very clear. It's not a little clear. So then you can have a much more better connection with the vision and the mission statement. But I think, guys, they've done very well. Yes, they've done very well. Okay, so we have Mead. Who is taking me for us? They are. Yeah. The name of the company again? Yes. JK Consultant is up next. Guys, let's welcome JK Consultant, guys. Okay. JK.
4A.
They have 4B. There are 11 questions, so they will take 4B, and then that will make it 12 questions.
So we do a pitch before we come
Yes,
in.
you do a pitch for us.
Okay, let's start. So, JK Consultant is a car detailing firm.
Can you speak out a bit?
So this is JK Consultancy, and it's a car detailing services. We offer premium car detailing and comprehensive cleaning services at the comfort of homes. So this is what we do.
Can you go over your pitch again for your mission? What you
So
do?
it's a comprehensive, it's a premium car detailing comprehensive services, cleaning services that we run for individuals at home, at the comfort of their home. Mm-hmm. So what we do is more of cleaning your car for you. We take the time, we take the pain to make sure everything is done perfectly and rightly for well. So that's what we do. And we come to you at the service of your home.
So I think we proceed. We proceed from 4B.
4B. So 4B is about what services offer we are giving or delivering. So we are detailing interior and exterior cleaning of vehicles. It's,
Do you have a specific vehicle you are focusing on as a company?
yes, please. So we are looking at more expensive cars. That's the premium and luxurious cars, and we are looking at the luxurious cars.
So you see, because, I'm still doing it, so we are connecting it to marketing. Now that they've been able to clearly define their service tagline, it really makes a lot of sense when you are now pitching your messaging. That we do, what did you say you do as a company, the service you are offering?
A premium car cleaning, a comprehensive cleaning services.
Okay. For specifically luxury cars. So then you are clear on to your audience exactly what you are offering, your product offering. Sometimes you open Instagram accounts or you open some platforms, some of the digital tools, and you look through an account and you don't understand what is going on there. There's a lot of brand, like messaging is so confused. But then when you are able to figure these things out carefully as we are doing, you realize that your messages are very clear and concise. When somebody opens your website or they open your Instagram or whichever digital tool you are using, you realize every message or story you are telling, you craft it around what you want to deliver. And there's consistency in that. And that is what you are able to use to grow as a company or as a brand. And it is the reason why we now respect names like the Key Soap and companies like the Liver Brothers. Because for over 50 years, there's been consistency. Pepsodent now became the product for all toothpaste at some point. This is what was done. Concise messaging. You are consistent on it over and over and over and over. It shows through all your means of messaging. And then by the time you realize, it becomes a household message. Everybody picks it. So this is very important. Defining your product and your service is very, very important. It's something you should never underestimate. And you shouldn't always look at what others are offering. Because there's always a temptation, especially when you are just jumping straight into visibility. You look at how another platform is set up, a digital platform is set up, and you just want to set up like them. So you just copy everything they are doing, and you don't have any unique positioning as a company. So now we know they are focusing on luxury cars. If you have a car which is not a luxury car, don't go there. And it's a premium service. So they were specific that it's premium. So you know you have money to pay. Okay guys, let's go on.
But do you want to go park it? Lamborghini. Okay, so 5, what is your value proposition? So we are targeting restoration and protection of vehicles for our clients. And then since we are taking the services to their home, we are looking at saving them time. They don't have to pick a time that I'm taking my car to this place to get it clean. But we book with you, we can do your other things, we come to your home, and then we deliver it for you. So it's just 2 things, restoration and protection of vehicles, and saving our clients time.
Wow, that is so specific, guys. That's well done. That's well done. So you see the way they deliver it. So a lot of times, sometimes value proposition doesn't only depend on the service or the product, but also pay attention to what pains are you relieving of your clients or your customers. What pain are you relieving of them? So even though their direct service is restoration of cars, they realize that in the process of their work and the manner in which they offer their service, what happens is that they are saving the client time. So if you're going to make a pitch to the client, you say that, hey, like, I know other places you have to carry your car to their garage. With us, you don't have to. We save you time because we know your time is most valuable to you because of the kind of businesses you do. We come to you to offer the service for you. I hope that's cool. Yeah.
Who are your audience or customers? So we are targeting the elite and the well-to-do in the society who value
So me, if I'm middle class and I'm driving Jaguar, you won't pick me.
No, but at the end of this one, we also look at those who value their assets. So someone can have just something small, but he wants someone to clean it very well. So if you value your assets, you can also be our customer.
Wow, that's amazing. Nice.
So like we said, the elite and the well-to-do, we are looking at those who own sports cars and then high luxurious vehicle owners. So those are the people we are looking at.
Now, before we go on, I'm sure another team will not take, they are the ones taking the market segmentation based on their line of business. The focus is much more on the very service they are offering and then what's the service is targeted towards, the cars. So if you realize their segmentation was towards what type of car you own. But then in some aspects, when you are segmenting your customers, for some businesses, it's going to be age brackets. I saw something like that happening here. But they were like, okay, we are targeting people from 18 years to say 35 years. Some it can be a specific geographical location that you know this very specific area is where this challenge is and I want to solve that challenge in this particular area. So if you are segmenting markets, it could be Dansuman out of the whole of Accra. That is where you are focusing on. Sometimes it could only be gender-based. It could be realized that a service or a product you are offering is only targeted towards females. So if you're looking at who is my customer, then looking at the product, it's just targeted towards that group of people. So it could come in different, umbrellas, depending on the kind of business you are running, the product or service you are offering, and even how you want to offer it. This same business they are offering is being done for different classes of people in society. But because of how they are choosing to offer the service, it really kind of helps them segment their clientele or choose within the bigger brackets, just focusing on this group of people to kind of offer the service to. I hope that's understood. Okay.
Is it lastly, 6B, okay. Can you segment your customers? So, don't you let me do that to you.
Yeah, so our customer segmentation is, the first one is top class business owners. So business owners.
Hey, master.
Okay, so our segmentation of our customers, the first one is top class business owners, and the second is business executives, and lastly, luxury car collectors.
That's good.
Should we go 7? Okay, so the 7 says, where does your audience or customers spend most of their time? So the first on our list is golf course. We know that these are our customers. They are high luxury individuals, and mostly they spend their time on a golf course where they network with other like-minded individuals. And clubhouse, they go there to enjoy, and that's where they spend most of their time.
So this question is also, when it comes to marketing, this question is very important because it helps you know where to take your product to. But in their context, for them, it helps them know where to approach them and send their message. So then you don't sit and you begin to do social media marketing for such a business. You might really end up wasting your money. Realize if you do your research, you realize folks like this and a lot of time barely make any time to be on social media. So then if you are there and you are marketing your business, they don't spend most of their time there. And so it will just be like a mismatch of your efforts. So for you or as a company, you have to look at your appearance, dressing, the way you are put together, get good connections and network, be at where they are so you can pitch your businesses to them. You share your success stories online. If they give you consent to do that, some of them might not want their homes and their cars to be online. If they give you consent to do that, you do that. So you tell your story, and others can pitch, to others. So that is their business they are running. Why it's important, they are able to figure out where the clientele is for them to have access to. So again, I think I was explaining during when you were working also that this also helps you know how to map your distribution channels for especially products you are offering. And I think they were actually addressing that if I have a sub-product and then I realize majority of my customers spend most of their time at the workplace, and I know that's a very strategic place where I can target the product towards. And they brought up the idea of even that, how do you package the product and take there? Because you realize it has to be easy to use, it has to be handy. So you can probably turn them into smaller sachets. The person stacks in your bag, they pick, they can just go to the washroom, use that. Or like what we have now in our bathroom is just fixed on the wall, you use that. All of these innovations came out of people understanding that this is where my clients spend most of their time. And this is how I should package my product to meet their need in the space. So you don't offer a product which doesn't fit the needs of the client in a particular space or place where they find themselves at. So let's take note of that also. Okay. I think we are done. Guys, do you have any questions for them? Question for them? Any good remarks? Let's give them good remarks, guys. Specific. Smart. It was smart. Smart, smart, smart. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. So we have TFL Consultancy is up next.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everyone. So we are presenting Juice App, nourishing juice on the go. So please don't forget, Juice App,
nourishing juice on the go.
Thank you. So we provide healthy, nutritious, and then nourishing juice for our customers. So I think looking at the questions we'll be answering, that's from 8. So 8 and 9.
Pick 8 and 9.
Okay, they've answered the 7 already.
Answered the 7 already. So, or you can start from there and go, and then they do 10. I guess so you can take this.
So 7 and 9.
Start from 7. 7, 8, and 9. The first 9.
Okay, so for question 7, where does our audience or customers spend most of their time? So because we are offering refreshing juice on the go, our customers spend time either schools, work cafeterias, the food like vending centers or food courts, and then gatherings, because it's juice. So anywhere celebrations or people are gathered eating or drinking or on the move, that's where our products can be found. And because it's a fresh juice, we cannot keep them in the open or anywhere else. So we have to keep them in places where people can easily get access to them. And also we can also sell out because we don't want to keep them, there are no preservatives. So we don't want to keep them on the store for too long. So we have specific places where we keep them. People can easily get to them, use them, and then we know that we've met the sales for the day. Then, so those are the places that we've mentioned. Then regards to our value chain processes and then unique position of the end product. So we are looking at logistics to operations, then marketing, distribution, then our consumers, then feedback. Because they're fresh juice, feedback is very important to us. So we just don't sell and we close the channel. We have to make sure that we get the feedback to make sure that our production channel keeps running. So for us, R&D is very important. Because it's a fresh juice company, that one is always top on our list. Then procurement, where we source our juice. Because we don't add preservatives, we have to ensure that we are getting it right from either the farm or like a very good market source, so that we don't maybe give out like maybe juice that are contaminated. And then with regards to our distribution, before we even get to processing and distribution, certification matters to us because it's fresh juice. We have to ensure that all the necessary certifications are checked on our box so that we know that we are giving out healthy, nourishing products. Then our packaging. Again, we are still stressing on the healthy, nourishing thing because that is who we are. We want to make you healthy. That when you drink our juice, you're not thinking of maybe in 6 or 5 years' time you're having diabetes or anything. So our packaging is very important. It's lightweight, but it is able to preserve the juice as long as you've opened, consumed it, you are good to go. You cannot store it for too long. So that's one of the things we also looked at. Then our distribution channel. Because again, we are a healthy business or food business company. We are also looking at make sure that our channels are clean, or the people that are distributing the product have a good place to store the product. So if you don't have, it means that we would have to either improvise. So if it maybe is a store, it's a cool place where you can store and then do your distributions. There are some criteria that you have to also check. And then at the end of the day, our customers, because the aged, or will I say the demographics we are looking at are urban areas, places where people are on the move, not places that are maybe rural. So urban, like highly populated places. And then we're also looking at, in terms of the demographic, the age group. So because it's a fresh juice, children can drink it, adults can also drink it. So we will say that those consumers are very important to us, and feedback from them. So if we are giving the food to very different food vendors, we ensure that we have a system where we can get feedback on how maybe our juice are in terms of taste, quality, and also its like nourishment. I think for that, 7 and 8, we are done.
Wow, okay. Before you go, that's very important. Wait a minute. That's very important. This very component is a very important component we need to talk about, and I really love the way they clustered it into logistics, distribution, sourcing, and the rest. Now, understanding your value chain you operate in as a business is important. Number one, it helps you understand policy issues happening generally and how those affect what you are doing, because it's a chain. So for example, if I still want to use the textile thing again, if we don't produce enough cotton on the continent, it's very likely very soon, if you are the one buying calico for your batik, there's going to be scarcity of the product. So doing or investing a bit of research into that helps you understand the whole, everyone contributing to what you are doing, and how that really impacts your end product or the service you are offering. So it's very important he segmented it that way. The second thing also you should know when this comes to marketing is that this very thing they shared, if you notice, she kept talking about how we are much more interested in your health over and over at all various value chain players she was speaking about. Even though they have nothing to do with what a farmer has nothing to do with what she was doing. She was saying, hey, we source directly from the farmer, we do organic stuff because we have an interest in your health. It's their tagline. That is actually the value they are offering. So you realize through the whole value chain, their decision as a company on all the various suppliers they've picked along their value chain really will impact their messaging. And it really is serving a particular vision or goal they have in mind to ensure that the juice we are putting on your table is clean from chemicals and is healthy for you at the end of the day. And we've tested all the people in our value chain. We know our suppliers and what they are giving us. And you can be assured that whatever we are offering you is the best or the premium you can get on the market. This is a good marketing line. And this is a very good message to pitch. And when you have research conducted into you, because you have done your due diligence, you will not be found wanting. You understand your value chain, you know the people you are working with, you will not be found wanting. So let's take note of that. That is also an aspect of marketing which is important to take note of.
Okay, then they can have one more.
One more, yes. The 9 repeats itself too. So you can do the last one.
The 9.
Determine and explain, yes.
Okay.
That was one of the issues.
Okay, yes. So determine and explain your price points, justify the price indicator per your input external market. So this is very very interesting for us. So we first look at our direct costs. Then we also considered our indirect costs. Our direct cost was 1, raw materials, then machinery, because some of the things we cannot do them with our hands. So we need systems to help us. Then we also look at the costs involved in certification, because we cannot swerve. Then packaging and then bottling. Then we also look at storage, which is very key. Then our distribution channels, like what systems like are we putting in place and how much is it going to cost us? Then with our indirect one was utility, because we cannot measure how many, in terms of water, power, we are not able to measure like in quantity. And then samples that we give out. Then we also look at the call time data. We also considered that. Then technology, because we'll be using systems to help us key in things. So those one, you cannot quantify how much you spent on Excel, but it's also part of the cost. If you are installing an application, it comes with an indirect cost. So those are the things we look at. So when we also look at our competitors' price, for instance, Calipo is going, Calipo, what we like to say is the basic like drink on the market that you can easily reach out for. It's going for 5 cedis. Calipo is, yes. And then they have, it's 8 cedis. The box, the small one. Wow, okay, thank you for that. Because we know it's 5 cedis. Okay. This week, okay. So we'll look at that. So if it is 8 cedis in your area, but if you are getting from the source, okay. So we are selling ours for 10 cedis because of the quality we are offering, also the health nourishment that we are offering. But then another thing also we took a look at is that if we are selling it for 10 cedis, we are looking at in terms of like measurement as well, so that it does not also look too far that maybe conflict that, oh, if I buy Calipo, I'll drink more than this. So we also look at that in terms of measurement as well, like the ml. Then we considered the other products, but we know that in Ghana, the Sobolo also goes for 5 cedis. So we're trying to compete with all these other ones, but we want to be in the middle in terms of pricing, so 10 cedis for our bottles. Then our profit margin, when we did the calculation, would be 1 cedi 50 pesos per bottle. Yes. So I think, yeah, that's for the...
Thank you, guys. So let me also still hammer on why pricing is important. Before you put your company out there, or before you begin to start the visibility process of marketing, pricing is a core thing you have to consider. Because then you are actually going to expose yourself to your competitor. Yeah. And you are going to let everybody know this is what I'm offering and this is the value I'm offering it at. So it's important you do some of these processes to now be able to clearly map out everything that goes into your pricing, what you can forgo, what you want to make amends of, what you want to change. Do all the analysis before you peg a price and before you begin to kind of deploy an advertisement. You can go ahead with the question.
In that context, if you are doing a unique product and you want to compare yourself to the other side, looking at what goes in and rising on your price, is it good to also match to what is out there? Like if I look at my cost, my production cost is 10 cedis, and I know they are selling maybe 15 cedis with other products and stuff. If I sell at, let's say, 50, I'm going to run lost or something, do I still have to? Looking at your uniqueness, because she is into fruit juice and comparing to Calipo, who is doing carbonated and stuff, there is difference in it. Your cost will go high, because you are using more raw materials and stuff.
Maybe I think I will advise what we see. Oh, can somebody answer?
Yes, so you mentioned that they are often carbonated like juice, literally. So when it's good to compare in the sense that you are entering into the market, no one knows you. So you have to start from somewhere. Let them trust you. For instance, when Yomi came to the market, yogurt was there. Though their price was a bit competitive, people started buying it. But now Yomi is like 15 cedis. You still buy because you are now used to a particular taste, a particular quality they are offering you. So when you change, people are not surprised. But if you enter the market and say your bottle is 25 cedis, who cares about health? They're thinking about their pocket as well. So you have to have a price that is beat down a bit. Test the market. That's our feedback at the end. We're still talking about feedback.
We are breaking even here.
So usually first phase of a business is not always to make a profit. During the first phase of a business, it's just to survive, understand your market, know how you are going to thrive. So if we want to then change our pricing, it means that our target audience are going to then change.
What if it's going to break?
So that's why the R&D is very important. Because you revise, come back. But you see, the thing is that when you want to break into a market and then you gain people's trust, for instance, Kivo, when they came in, they had a lot of products. But what made them known was the Gary. Yes, the pepper was the market women knew. Kivo Pepper was there, but you don't know.
Let me
So,
see.
but I'm just saying that you have to do your R&D over and over. You change, then you come back. You change, you come back. It's not static. So what we are pitching here is not a static thing, but as we go to the market, we come back with feedback. Okay, this is it. Then if you are going to improvise per our quality, what are you trying to like? Maybe we can start with just one product. Maybe watermelon is in, or mango is always in season in Ghana. Oranges. So we can start with the product that moves more, stick to that raw material. Maybe it's cheaper here locally, produce more of that, gain trust. Then before we can add other things.
Okay. That's also a very good. Okay, I know there's a lot of contribution, but let's try and reduce. Let's try and reduce some of the things she said for our learning. You realize that some of the feedback she's giving, they are specific to different businesses.
Before she spoke about like you starting a new business and then you have to determine your price such a way that you'll be able to meet certain. I was about to talk about penetration pricing.
Yes,
Because if you are coming in afresh, you cannot price your product per
The existing market price.
What you've invested in. There's the penetration pricing is you have to ensure that at least you are breaking even, but you are giving a price that you know that is catchy as well. Aside your packaging, everything, the price is catchy. Everyone will want to throw this one away and then just get it. You get it. Then later, as you gather the customers and you build the brand, you build a particular statement in their head or in their minds, then you can gradually increase the price. So normally, what you do is you just add. I think it's a advertising or marketing strategy. You just add one value to it, and then you price it. You increase your pricing. Oh, from like pineapple, we're doing pineapple now. We've added
Tiger nuts, yeah.
to it. So now the price is 20 cedis. It makes it a bit acceptable and understandable.
Thank you, Edna.
Depend on your target audience, because if I'm selling my fruit, my herbal to some particular people who believe in their health, I believe I want to pay whatever cost it takes for me to be healthy, and the price is 25 cedis. I'll still go in for that.
Exactly. Okay, so I think I'll let him give his submissions and I'll probably give a summary of everything everybody said.
This is interesting.
I wasn't really looking at
Everybody's involved.
what we are pricing at. I'm looking at your production cost,
Your production cost.
breaking even.
Breaking
So if I am doing samples and going to cost me 10 cedis for production, and you want me to do let's say penetration price because Calipo, which is selling at 8 cedis, and I know if I sell at 8 cedis, I'm going to run loss. Do I still have to go ahead and sell? That is what we are looking at.
But we mentioned our profits is 1 cedi 50% per each production. So we are not running at a loss. We quoted our profits per bottle.
The question is a general question.
Yes. No, but for the purposes of this,
Because of the juice and then what they were doing, I was trying to let us know that kind of thing. You might think because these people are selling at that price, I also need to lower my price to meet them. But without, she was talking about looking at your audience, like who are you selling to? If someone knows that I need a fruit juice, not a carbonated drink, the person will stand out and say, okay, I'm buying this at 25, even though this is selling at 5 cedis. That is what we need to look at. If not, you try and then adjust yourself to meeting other competitors which are not your class. If you also don't look at your audience, because our target will be also targeting more health. At the end of the day, you are also trying to match their price, which is breaking you down. So that is what we need.
Thank you so much. We have also, it's said, okay. So I think when it comes to penetration price, a number of factors come into play. Number one, the industry of focus. Number two, you mentioned the audience or the customer base you are targeting. It's also one. Number three, the value proposition you are offering, the value the product is offering. And then number four also, the brand positioning. All of these things have a huge part to play on pricing at the end of the day. So I think last time when we were here, it came up of how it could be, someone mentioned around franchising, how they want to kind of pivot their prices because they wanted to franchise. So then they are able to peg a price which can be way higher. as against their cost price, or as against the profit margins can be bigger for them. So all of these 4 things have a key role to play when it comes to pricing. It's not a one-size-fit-all for all companies. Your luxury car brand, for example, you might want to check other companies offering your services. But sometimes for some of these people, it's not about the money, it's the experience. So for you, it is the value proposition or the value you are offering as a company, and then your clientele, what they are looking out for. So if somebody gives you one chance, hey, come home, let's see what you can do. And then you are able to deliver. The value and experience is so great. Then the next time they recommend you to the next house, hey, they did a good job. I think we should stick with them. So in your case, it is the business, the type of business, the business model you are running, and the type of industry you find yourself in, which can shape the price point you have to kind of offer. I hope that's also clear. All right, thank you so much, Team TLC. You've done well. Articulate speakers, well done. Okay, guys, your turn.
Yeah.
Let's be quick. So you are answering this one. Where and how your product is distributed?
I'll know people. Oh no. It's gadgets. Men are supposed to. Gadgets, men do. I like it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, our company is Citrine Gadgets. So, Citrine Gadgets is an electronic company which deals in electrical gadgets, refined basically to Gen Zs, content creators, such as content creators. So, we deal in gadgets such as cameras, phones, tripod stands, ring lights, and etc. So this is what we do. So we go to
Where and how? Where and how? Where you read?
So where and how is the product distributed? The products we deal in are normally distributed through online, doorstep delivery, and then physical pickup at our office or our shop. So that's how we do our delivery, or how we get our product to our customers. Number 10. What image comes to mind when our company is being mentioned? The first image that comes to mind is quality. Because of this, we deal with only companies and products which have passed through all the necessary standard tests or quality control assurance tests. So if a product has not passed through this standard or quality controls, we don't worry ourselves to bring it to our end. We don't deal with such products because we know of what is happening in the world. We know other phones and electrical gadgets emit radiations, which is not good for the human health. So we go through, we deal with only products which has passed through this test and which are safe to use, user-friendly, and even child-friendly. So these are the...
Yes, I hope you heard the company. It's an electronics distribution company. So then we all can be on the same page as they are discussing what they do. And they are focusing much more. You mentioned, what's your focus on?
Gen Z and content creators.
Content creators. What products within the electronic clusters are you focusing on?
Cameras, tripod stands, iPhones, and ring lights.
Okay. So we have context as they are giving their answers.
So the last one, briefly describe your company structure and mention the various partners. We major in the distribution of the product, and then major partners are the manufacturers of Apple. So Apple, that's iPhone, and then Samsung, and then Crompton, and then we also deal with DHL, which is serving as our distributing agent from the manufacturer to us. Yeah.
Okay. So that also is very important when it comes to marketing, understanding your partner. and who are you working with is very important, so then it can help you craft your messaging well. A lot of times, if your partner is having a very high value proposition, especially in their case, they are distributors, all you need to do is to ride on their messaging to sell your products. So in their case, that's what they are doing. So for them, it will mean that you have to go for brands who have very good reputation, and then have also tested their products over and over again, and have a very good value proposition page. So for as a distribution company also, you have to learn more about the company manufacturing for you, what their value proposition is, what makes their product unique. So then that also features in your tagline when it comes to your messaging as a company. So I think that is where for them, these questions they answered, it feeds perfectly into their company. Maybe for another company, this might not be of a lot of relevance, but for them it does, in how they craft their marketing messaging that they are supposed to send out to us. And where and how your product is distributed. It's also equally important for you to know where to target your advertisements during the visibility stage. If you have a fair idea how and your distribution channels, then you exactly know how to target your advertisements. You wouldn't just do it everywhere in silos, or you wouldn't let the social media manager predetermine for you, oh, maybe you should target beautiful girls who are living in Accra or under 20 girls. You know exactly where your distribution is going and why that place is where you have to emphasize messaging over and over and over until your name becomes a household name in the minds of those people. I hope that makes sense. So all of these questions we have asked are all feeding into the visibility stage. All of these are fundamental preparations you need as a company or as an entity, which we agree. But we also realize that as much as these are important for your company's governance, it plays a key role in your product development and in your service development and their delivery. And I think we've all been able to kind of figure that out as we've been on this journey together. Are there any questions, any contributions? What have we learned through this session? Let's thank the team. You've done well. Right. Very good consultancy firms. I'll be hiring some of you. I'll be hiring some of the firms to help me. So what are the learnings, quickly? What are the learnings? What have we learned so far? What have we learned so far? What have we learned? What have we learned? Can we share two of them so we can move on quickly to the next session? Michael, go ahead.
So I've learned that when you start a business, you have to first identify your target audience and what they want, the problem they want you to solve. That's solving the problem will get you the result that you want.
Thank you so much, Michael.
I think R&D is very important.
R&D, research and development.
Yes.
Also very important.
So, my pattern where I had much interest is the pain you are relieving your household. Yes, I think it's something that I need to focus on very much. Yeah.
You know, that also, it shapes your vision. Yeah. Because a lot of times, you come out with products or services because you've seen a problem you want to solve. So the pain you are relieving, you realize it has a strong correlation or a positive correlation with your vision statement. And even sometimes with your mission statement, like as in her case, yes. You realize that her mission statement was much more aligned to her value proposition and the pain she was relieving of her clients. So sometimes it's just identifying, what do I want to do in this particular space? What do I want to change? And you realize it sets a chain reaction. And if you ask the right questions, you'll find all the right answers, which can help you develop a very good brand moving forward. Okay. So governance is important. This is just touching on a few issues around governance. Let's not underestimate it when we are doing our business. This is like the simplest thing you can do for governance. There are much more complicated things which will delve into shareholding, this, blah, blah, blah. That's not our level. We're just looking at me, if I want to do my business alone, what are the key things I should pay attention to going forward? And when you have all of these things right, when it comes to the stage where you want to pivot and get into the complex governance stuff, it won't be difficult. Setting up a constitution will not be difficult for you. Developing a product strategy will not be difficult for you. Having a board will not be difficult because you know what you are about. You will know the right people to put on your board. Having maybe a company structure will not be difficult for you because you have an idea of the kind of business you are operating and how you want the business to kind of grow and who should be on board to help the business grow, the structures you want to put in place. When all of these basics are done, all the bigger things which are aligned to governance, you can take them on one after the other. And obviously, when you have an investor coming on board, you will not fumble. Because you have your house in order, you can clearly pitch your idea and you can confidently tell the person where you are going and what you are doing. And tell them what's been happening and show them your results. So please don't underestimate governance. We are talking about marketing, but this wires into so many other things. Don't underestimate governance when it comes to running your business. And governance, as I mentioned, is basically crafting an identity for an entity. Whether it be a business, an NGO, or whatever, it's just craft an identity and be clear on how it should operate. These core things help you know how that particular entity should operate. I think we didn't bring more complex stuff, but in some instances, you have to bring in who is doing what, whose position is this, who is that. All of those things come to play later on when you want to advance and have teams on board and people supporting what you are doing. So I don't know if there's any question for us, guys. Is there any question for this session? All right. I think we are all gingered up. So in order for us still in our teams and still focusing on the business we are on, we want to pivot into the next one. Now that you have your governance set, we want to pivot into how can I craft a marketing strategy? So some of the things you were saying were wiring into marketing. Now you know all of these things. I realized the other time, I realized the other time, most of us were finding difficulty answering these questions. And it was exactly because we hadn't figured out, even if we had a business, we hadn't even figured out who am I as a business? What's my identity? So then if you jump straight to tell me I should give you ideas about how I want my product to sell, I don't even know where I'm going. How do I answer these questions? So we have created one for each group. Let's go through them. I think we can do these ones faster. The questions are familiar. Let's go through them and answer them quickly as much as we can. Let's come back and touch base and see where we are going. This is supposed to help us craft our own marketing plan and have direction for where we want our products and services to go and their brand outlook. So then if you are looking, if somebody is going to implement or help you implement, it will be easier for the person to do so. So like when Bible talks about how write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so then those who are running with it can. So a lot of times, some of us, we have a lot of who want to help us build our businesses. Maybe you can have a friend who wanted to build a website for me. I didn't have any clue. All of these things were not in place. So the guy had his expertise. He was willing to do for me, but the content was based on me. My content was not ready. He couldn't do anything for me. I called him 3 months later. I was like, oh, the time has elapsed. I have other projects I'm working on. Somebody was ready. I hopped on his project. I can't do that for you. So opportunities will come our way for businesses or for NGO or whatever you are running. When you are prepared, when it comes, you can hop on. A pitch opportunity can come. When you've done all of these things, you can stand and pitch your business quickly. Who knows, you can get a business partner or an investor come on board and support you. Aside the fact that these things answers for marketing-related issues, which we are going to address in our next session. So, please join them. Go.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. In Me Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities.
I'll say that let your goals be very clear and specific and achievable. Don't make them very lofty. So how would you define leading? If you want to be one of the leading brands in Ghana, for example, what are the things which are measurable about leading? Somebody will say, I want to have 3 shop outlets. That means leading for me in Ghana. 4 shop outlets, you get it? You get it. Maybe 3 shop outlets, which is maybe hosting a capacity of X. Goals must be very specific, so then it can help you push to achieving them. Do you get? It shouldn't be vague, or else you wouldn't know where to start from when it comes to attaching that. So think of specific things you want to do in order to expand the business. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
What problem are you solving?
What problem are you solving as a business?
Like it's plenty. How did you?
You have all of this space to write. So take your time and quickly write. Then you can write them in points, one after the other. And then but I think she's also trying. So I think what will happen is, as we do it this way, then later you take time and you fine-tune it. Okay. You later take time and you fine-tune it, so then you can be able to have a much more like robust feedback later when you are asked what problem you are solving and the rest. So, let's be quick. Let's go. What problem are you solving? So do a reverse of the service you are offering. In the process of you offering your service, what are you doing for the wealthy guy? You are helping probably save them time from dealing with. Will it be restore, curate, or like It's a cars you're actually cleaning. Basically, that's what you are doing. But for you, it comes with extra stuff you are doing. So you are helping some of these people do what? First of all, you're helping them save time. That's one of the things. And also prevents their cars from, like, prevents these kind of from damage and whatever. So, and then again, so cleaning is one, prevention of damage, and then maintenance. What problem? Your problem of the business. Do you get it? So when we say what problem you are solving in business, we're talking about what are you changing. It's from the problem. That's why you developed a solution. Your solution is you want to do detailed cleaning and maintaining of cars of that nature, right? So then what happens is that you do the reverse of the solution you are offering. So you are able to map out the challenges that you find in there, right? Or the problems that are in there. Do you have any questions? Or you're okay? So far, so good. So you see, this one gives a proper breakdown because this very sheet is going to inform the word-to-word messaging that they're going to put in adverts. That's how come like this is your marketing strategy proper. So then like we are giving like specifics even under your value proposition. Then it can help you know how to craft the message for radio or whatever content you have for that.
So ages.
How are we doing, guys?
You're on it though.
You're on it.
Between, because it's healthy, I see the 5 to 75 plus. Yeah, then also people who want to be healthy. So that's lifestyle. So it could be you can even be specific. Plus, but you know people can be in this group, but they don't care about the
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together. InMe Global, igniting the spirit.
To give realistic answers, if it makes sense. Connect to your overall business goal. So, okay, you can also connect it to your goals as a business. I think up there, they talk about what are your goals. Yes. And I think I was telling them, was it you guys I was saying it has to be specific and very measurable. So if you have them, you know you want to open 3 outlets or 3 in the next maybe 3-4 years. And one thing that I will have to prioritize here is to build a stronger market base. Is to build maybe be present or be able to build them, be known, for example, in maybe 4 regions or 3 regions. Because maybe, for example, those are my target places where I want to go and build my branches. So my goal of this marketing is targeted towards that. So you see, like your goals as marketing is now hooked into your bigger goals as a company. So you see, your business goal, for example, increase sales. Now, marketing objective, raise brand. Example action, social media campaign. I want to increase my sales. What do I want to do? I want to raise brand awareness so that people get to know me. They will patronize me. If they will patronize me, what do I do to achieve that? I have to push my social media. That's an example of what you can do. So like we gave the example right now, I want to have three retail outlets in 3 regions in Ghana. It's a goal for me. how do I have to do? And I can raise brand awareness is one of the things you have to do in these 3 regions. So when you go and put out a shop there, people will go. They know, hey, this guy who was online, you know, a big shop for. They say, Obuasi, now you're betting me to realize that becomes a marketing objective for you. That's what I say. You're welcome.
What impact do you want to make in your community or market?
Yes, I think so. For that one, you mentioned several things you are doing as a business. Remember, you mentioned your value you are offering. So it can start from there. But beyond that value, what other things you want to do? That's how you have to research around your industry. What are people even, for example, what are people doing in your industry when it comes to philanthropy work? In your industry, there's something they call WASH. Have you heard of WASH before? Yes. The whole, most of these NGOs, development sector, they are championing hygiene in a number of places. Is this something you want to look at as a way you want to contribute to like that? So you can Google WASH and see what WASH is about and what WASH does.
Okay.
So in the long run, after you're making profits, the simplest I would say that maybe I want to employ people. That's your way of contributing to community.
Okay, then later
Do you get it? But on the other bigger side, there are a number of things I think in what you are doing, you can do to kind of be impact. You can even train women how to do what you are doing. So you can run business development training programs for people. But the first core thing is you are also going to provide the healthy stuff you are doing. Beyond that also, you are positioning to provide employment for other young people or for other youths in the country. 'Are we good to go?
Yes, please.
Okay. We have 15 minutes to go. So 15 minutes, 1-5. 1-5. We've done more than 10 minutes actually. It should be less than, but we are giving grace period. We won't give extra time. Let's see. This is some 15 minutes more, so then.
Please, can I get a copy of this?
Oh, that's all. That's all. To take home, right? You were not here there. That's all. When we finish ours, I will probably give you my copy. I have the soft copies. And I would also, I'll let them, they'll share the soft copies with you guys.
Yeah, they have.
Twelve minutes. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities.
Okay. You're maintaining processes. Not just clean, because clean everybody can clean. So maybe your maintenance techniques and processes will help you keep the car for that, yes, preserve the car or like for that long. So I think you are looking at the question of what impact do you want to make in your community or market. I think for you, the target should be, the focus should be market, your specific market. I think the core is to like, the pain you want to ease, me, I would say, of clients, of the kind of clientele you are working with, is to give them longevity for their cars. You get? Yes. Yes. Would I say value of their car? That's a bit dicey. I would say like, so for them to have that sense of peace of mind, because I know these things are quite expensive. So to have the sense of safety, to have a sense of safety over who you have entrusted that car to, that's one is one, as you said, it gives them a sense of peace of mind. And I think maybe another thing I would have said would be, in terms of, you have to recraft what you are saying. It has to be recrafted in a different way.
Maintaining the value of it.
So you also contribute, you're not the only ones, because you're mechanics, and you're also contributing to preserving. I would say, I would rather use the word preserve, because it came with a particular value. So what we will be doing, preserving the value, as you're saying, so it doesn't change. In its value, its outlook, and its aesthetics and all of that. Yes.
Maybe they want fast. Maybe they want different, like maybe fruit, mixed fruits. Good. So maybe you would want customers consumers.
Okay, guys, we have 10 minutes to go, so let's quickly wrap up.
What features or improvements matter most to customers? Okay, improvements matter most to customers. So we're thinking of them.
Yes, by that's why they have age.
In our context, age is not a priority, because if
So it's much more class and economic status for you.
So you can't use it.
No, I think in your case it's much more class and economic status. Yeah, kind of thing.
So the packaging can be organic ingredient.
You use for packaging as I'm now can.
There be why customers should choose you.
Why should they choose you?
Using more organic and environmentally friendly chemicals.
Yes.
And the packaging too, we want to go away from the plastics so that we will in turn help.
Which can be recycled. Yes, so you can really pitch that. So you want to tilt towards product, or you are using packaging item which can be recycled.
We will give you like what you said, like this. We refill.
That's recycling actually.
Yes.
So you come and refill. You are using the same container over and over and over. Yes, that's more for recycling. You use recyclable packaging, and then you also mentioned the first one is the chemicals and being yes. So let me know, which section is your team in? On section 3? You're in section 3. Which of the sections have you? Section 5. You're in section 3. Which of the section, please?
We are now starting 2.2.
Section 2. Which of the sections have you got into, guys? Section 4.3. Okay. And then, please, which of the sections have you got into, guys? Maria. Which of? You were in section 4. How many sessions do we have? It should be about 8 or so.
Yes, we have 8.
Okay.
So
So everyone at session 4, report at session 4. You take the other 4 sessions that we are going to share for each of the teams, so we can move faster. So for everyone who is working, please be quick and finish at session 4. We are wrapping up at session 4. We'll just give you a session after 4 to focus on, so we can quickly wrap up in 10 minutes. Is that okay? All right.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities. A look back on our impact. At In Me Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. In Me Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities.
Do you want to add on to your team? Do these things from your heart too, and set them as your target, so then they can help you. I mean, say into their into natural their actual results. Into where you figure some of the amount. Now write your actuals and add your notes. Maybe why this is why you have said it. Maybe 500. Maybe because I've not said them on social media and given blah blah blah. You can give your comments there. Okay, let's do that quickly. Are we almost through? You are done. All right. Please, let's finish our sessions very quickly. If that's okay.
But if let's say we were not a new business, we would have gone with purchase, buy again.
Okay.
Normally they get their time fixed. But you are saying that you come and point 2 hours, you come on time, but you waste their time.
So how do you say the time? The time.
Okay, let's say you come on time. Let's say you come 6:30, but you waste 1 hour. You back. But you come let's say 6:30. You use 30 minutes. You save them
That
time.
is your defined time. So what
You are talking about
We call it lead time. Lead time is the time with which you use to complete your task or your production or a service as a company. And especially for the restaurants and restaurant, that industry, time is very important. And I'm assuming in your space, time becomes important. Especially if you are working on a client's car that is always on the move, or a car that he uses for events and all of that and stuff. And you can pitch your lead time as what makes you a much more preferred brand over the next brand. That we are offering the same quality of service, but even better within this particular lead time, which is shorter than what the other team will offer. So then if you want to leave your home, or you are concerned about security of individuals being on your compound, you can have us away and then you continue your day and you have your privacy. Because most of these people, they value privacy a lot. And no. So I don't know what you guys are working on, but lead time could be something you guys can explore. You can explore lead time and how that works into your business. Yes.
we're looking at we giving them the quality of service and we being punctual. When we give them our voice, we are rest assured.
Right.
Like who was looking at the view that when we give them this, what are they getting? We are saving them time. We are saying if we are giving them quality of services and being punctual to our voice, how do they get the result in time?
But for me, I think you can also pitch as part of your offering for them, as you also have a much more competitive lead time. Also, you have the best because you have a competitive lead that's against your competitors or your other businesses. That you are able to offer a much more excellent service within maybe a much more like better time range or lead time as compared to other businesses in the same sector. Okay. Have you completed it, please? Okay. All right, so we should be wrapping up.
Yes.
Should be wrapping up. Okay. Wrap up. Marketing. Let's wrap up. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we're going to go. Every team is going to pick 2 of the sections and then share with us. But first of all, before we get there, let's all collectively come together. Community, please, let's come around. Let's come around. I think the question will be, was this much more easier as compared to last week when you picked this very document?
Yes.
Okay. So please, if you have your copies, especially if you're a business owner, take your time and then work through it. Work through it so at least you can use that to fine-tune a number of things you're already working on, especially if you have social media things going on or maybe TV advertisements, radio, any form of a traditional advertisement. Just work on your messaging and a number of things that are important so you can craft your messaging. Okay. Is there any learnings you've gathered so far looking at going through these documents? What have you learned?
Like in terms of visibility, like if maybe you are a new business trying to like enter into the market, like it's not everything that you can do at a go. You have to start from somewhere. So this really helped me to identify like what I really need to start with, not like the whole thing, but maybe for starters, if I'm entering into the market, what am I looking for? Sales. So visibility. Maybe like if it's a product that is consumable, maybe a store or attending fairs would be a good ideal thing before jumping on social media to be running like ads. So that was a clear, like let's say, gave me clarity. Yeah.
One of the sections.
Yes.
Any
please.
other learnings?
Right.
Yes, please.
Please give it.
Although I have my own ideas and plans, I come to realize that I have to take into consideration my competitors too, their line of operation and how they do their arts and how they carry themselves, so that I'll know how to craft my own stuff. Yeah.
Very important. Are there other hands? Yes. Please, I want other hands. I don't want her to be the only one.
Sorry. Yeah. For instance, the question about the weaknesses of our competitors, usually we always look at the strength. What are they doing right? But we never, let's say, okay, what can I do differently from them? And I think that's the objective of like what we are doing is to be unique, to stand out. It's not to follow what everybody is doing, so that we can also be sustainable. So
that's a very important point you've made. There's always a thing of looking at the big brand and all the good things they are doing. But can you focus on the blind spots? The blind spots can give you a much more competitive advantage and better position you when you put yourself out there. And then we're like, wow, maybe X company is not doing that. This is quite a young company and they're offering that over the major competitor. So any other learnings?
It has truly been insightful. I had a business plan, but I just figured there are a lot of potholes I need to fill looking at the material you gave us. So I would have to fill in all those spaces.
So very quick one, in about 3 minutes, we'll let each team present, still connecting to the business you were focusing on, and then you pick a session. So your team, you pick session 1, and then the first session you worked on, you worked on session 5, right? 6. Yes. 1 and 6. And then you pick 2 and 5. And then you pick 3 and you worked on 8. Session 3 and session 8, which will be your focal point. And then you are doing session 4 and 7. So let's start from here, guys. Let's talk about
So the question.
Yeah,
2 and 5.
they're taking 2 and 5.
Okay. So
We should start with 1. No, let's start with 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
Yes.
So we're starting.
Yes.
We can
Quick one, let's do a presentation.
Okay, please.
Oh, okay. Guys, our session is over. Let's bring attention here. Oops, sorry.
So we continue from where we left off. Under section 1, business name is Citrine Gadgets. Citrine, type of business, we do retail. Then the main product are cameras, tripod stands, and then iPhones. We started around 2023. Six.
It's also 1. So we continue from the 1.2.
Yes.
8.
You're 6. You did 6, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
so
Business
vision and purpose. What problem are we solving for our people? So we want our customers to get value for their money. So whatever they are buying, they should feel the essence of, they should feel that whatever they get from us, because of the quality nature of the things we
Guys,
sell.
we should be listening. This is a marketing strategy document. So listen with the ears of, they are selling a product to you. So they are saying listen to what they are saying. They are an electronic company. They've been in business from 2023, almost 6 years in business. And these are some of the offers they are making when it comes to what value, what do you think you are offering us? Let's hear what they have to say.
Yes, so when it comes to the value, we want the customers to have a feel of whatever they are using, whatever they paid for, they're actually getting the maximum satisfaction from the amount they paid due to the quality of the products that we put out there. So
when preparing a marketing strategy, language and choice of words is everything. No, this is a session, so we are just talking, but you wouldn't go and say whatever. You want to say our product or our product offerings, would give you value for your money. Do you get it? So not whatever, but our product offerings, we are assured that our product offerings are going to give you value for money. So the crafting of language is very important, because it's from this we are going to extract to probably take on to the promotional stage or the visibility stage. Okay.
The next.
So the long-term goal is to get our shops very accessible to our client's location within the next 10 years throughout the country.
Your goal is not smart. I'm sorry, I think, guys, are we listening? I think everybody is focused on their session so much.
They are not done with their work,
Everybody's
so...
not done. But guys, let's listen to them and let's learn. Their goal doesn't seem that they're saying their long-term goal is to...
Get...
We are rephrasing.
We are rephrasing. So yes. Okay, good. So, no, it's a diction. So I want to make it more understandable. So our goal is to get our product or the product to the customers, easily accessible to the customers throughout the country within 10 years, within a period of 10 years. Whatever we are offering, the product that we are offering, we want it to be easily accessible to the customers. You know, we do delivery, so we kind of maybe.
Right now, from what you are saying, that means right now the goal of the company is to focus on the delivery aspect of their business.
Instead of the service you are offering.
Read what is here.
Okay.
So right now, the it's focused on the services, not on the product.
No. Yes, I get you. You see, we are retailers of a product, of quality product. So we want the customers to have easy as of electronic products.
Let's take away products and put your specific
okay.
brand.
But I believe that even though you are retailers or distributors of some people's products, you will still need to market those products so that you could gain more customers patronizing those particular products. I hope you get it. We have examples of Kafam, Franco. They are all distributors. They are all retail companies. They do not own the product. They are sourcing from the main producers and they are selling, but they do advertisements. They have their marketing strategy, how to get their customers the kind of product they want. So I don't know.
I think
Let's read the question. Let's read the question.
Long-term goal, right?
Yes, let's read the question. The question is, what is your long-term goal for this business?
For the business. I think for me, my response to you guys is that your goal is not smart enough. Like she was saying, what you said is how we heard it is what we're telling you back.
Yes.
It was a bit confusing. I would say that you want to be known across Ghana. How? The how should be so clear. For example, we want to have 5 retail outlets in 3 or say 10 regions in Ghana in the next 10 years. It's so specific. You get it. It's so quite specific. So then, like when you are saying that, it makes sense to the one listening to you.
You've written the thing. Read the thing on the paper. Don't explain plainly. Just read the thing on the paper.
Oh yeah, so you see.
Okay.
So you see, maybe your messaging is confusing. If you are marketing, I won't get you. I'll be confused. It's everywhere.
So you have to say want to have shops in every region within 10. No, you don't.
So okay, thank you very much for the question. So we continue.
We are going to say.
So 6 is marketing action plan. So with what we are delivering, we
So
think.
just also to kind of give a bit of context now, they've jumped, I think the other part was quite easy to understand. They've now jumped into talking about how do they intend to implement their marketing plan they have put in place. So if somebody did number 5, it will be addressing that. So they are moving into the action point of how they can accomplish that. So they are going to give us that. I'm sure they will be reading what they intend to do to achieve their marketing goals. This is where they will be focusing on. Let's go.
Okay, so branding, we are going to have special packaging in terms of The branding, how we brand
Guys,
it.
share what you have so then we can see how we can help
This
us.
is an example. You can see this.
Yeah, so we use the example, we'll put our budgets there. So that is the example. You did finish reading it like that.
Continue.
Okay, so our marketing action plan. When we are branding, we will redesign our logos and signage, and then so getting a designer in the period of time, which is about approximately 3 weeks, it will cost us about 5,000 Ghana cedis per our budget. Because we will go in for, even though we will go in for quality, we'll still go in for affordability, what we have, because we don't want to overspend. And then promotion, whilst going across the regions to get our shops retailed, we would use a period of 2 weeks to run social media ads, because it will be one of our channels to be able to get to our customers and then our potentials. And then that will take about a month, which is about 10,000 Ghana cedis, because it's quite expensive to promote your business or your company out there. And then the customer service, because we will also be doing, since it's an online request kind of thing, we would have to track what our customers or potential customers are ordering. So doing all that and getting an assistant, because regardless, you can't be the only person or one-man job. There have to be somebody assisting you with, and you have to pay the person as well and all that within a specific period of time. So it will take us about 5,000 as well with that. So approximately it will take us about 20,000 Ghana cedis to achieve our marketing action plan.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
please. Thank you.
So much. So, to briefly add on to everything which has been said, so we take notes. A lot of times we might have marketing activities or ideas we have in mind, and we do not assign or allocate money. We do not allocate a budget to it. So you realize businesses begin to spend money they don't have, especially for arts. It's just like they didn't plan, and it's just going and going and going. And at the end of the month, you check maybe your debit card and you realize, wow, maybe we spent about $500, but that was not planned for. So we take notes that this is supposed to help us to know the things to map out for and plan for. Maybe you go and print a lot of cards you want to share, flyers you want to share out. And you print like 1,000 flyers, and there are no clear vision for how that flyer will be shared. You come and it's still sitting in the office, or it's sitting in the house, and probably you've spent about 1,000 cedis on that. That is also the business's money going down the drain. So these are things that we have to take note of. And as we map out a vision for how we want marketing to go in that cycle, it's also we have to make room for kind of specific things that need to be done and what we need to put in to get those things done. In terms of money, or if it's time or whatever, we map that out carefully. All right, thank you so much. We can add.
What you're saying, so I think we should focus on the brand identity, the branding. We should also look out there that when you are putting there, it's just not anything, but something that can also be the face of you. So your brand identity is also something you need to plan and focus on. You just don't get a designer and then put things out there or try to copy somebody, like we say, but you come up with a unique product that will identify you. So anytime someone's identified that, then it associates it to you. So I think let's put that one too into mind.
Very, very important. Like, you know, come to think of it, sometimes people or brands or say businesses spend a lot of money, and all they do is a duplicate. And then you realize that they are also missing in the sea of a lot of brands. Meanwhile, the goal of the aspect of promotions in the cycle of marketing is to create visibility of your product or your service or even the company itself. So that's why when clear goals are not set for marketing goals, which one of the teams, I think session 2 talks about, listing your clear marketing goals you want to achieve. If those things are not clearly stated, you realize you do repetition, or you become a part, you get missing in a crowd. And you realize probably you spend about $1,000 or 15, 20,000 Ghana cedis, and you can't really account for the impact or what you have gotten out of the money. except that probably maybe people followed the platform, which might not have been the only thing you were looking out for. All right. Go ahead, guys.
Juice app, juice company, offering refreshment on the go. We were asked to define our target market. So, looking at the demographics that we mentioned earlier, we are looking at people within the urban area, like the cities, busy places, or highly populated areas. And then the age group we also look at was 5 years and above. Then we also considered consumers who are health conscious, people who want to be healthy, who are concerned about what they put into their bodies, and then also what it will mean to them in the years going forward. So that's for that aspect. Then we were asked to put together what consumers value most. And then we mentioned quality.
Before we go on, okay. If we are all at session 2, let's pay close attention also to how you can define or be able to map out your customers. We mentioned age. I think I mentioned it already. Age,
yes.
The lifestyle.
Yeah.
That is what they are targeting. Income bracket, habits, and all of that. These are cues that can be used for mapping out a customer base. All of that. Please let's go.
So our customers are looking at quality, and because we mentioned they are health conscious, their lifestyle, and then convenience, because people want to take in fresh juice, but it's not accessible, or even if it is, it's not always readily accessible to them. So we're also offering them convenience, and then pricing. They want to take fresh juice, but they don't want to break the bank. So also looking at how to ensure that they have, we are offering them good pricing for that, and also our service delivery. That if they need it, we are saying convenience. If they need it today, can they get it today at the same spot? If it's available, or they will go and then it's not available. So these are the things that our customers are looking out or look out for. Then with session 2.2, understand your competitors. That was a very big one for us. So we selected Blue Skies Juice and then Easy Fruits. They were asked to identify their strengths. So with these two people, quality, because we've tried their products, quality is also on different levels, it's top-notch. Then with regards to their their weakness, for Blue Skies, we noticed that the pricing is a bit high, so the people that we are targeting might not be able to afford them on a daily basis. Then list of juice. So Blue Skies, they usually they offer more of mango and then pineapple. So our customer base are also looking for variations. Then for Easy Fruits, also quality and then price and then accessibility. So Blue Skies, for instance, you can get them on the traffic. Easy Juice, you cannot find them there. So then what makes us different from them? So we are offering quality, it's an affordable cost, and then accessibility.
This is a very strategic message to put in any ad, whether digital, television, or radio. It's so specific and very targeted. So then, if you want to couch your messaging, it's not that you're going to get some content creator to think of something fancy. This is so specific to what you are selling.
Repeat and get for them.
Then we move to session 4. No, we are doing 5.
We are doing 5.
I was doing mapping up. Okay, we did 5. Okay, 5. So 5, session 5 is about brand and customer experience. So the question is 3 words that describe your brand: healthy, quality, nourishment. Then what tone of feeling should customers get from your messaging? Reliability, because if we talk about quality, means that you are going to offer that level of quality each time. And then also professionalism. If you are saying that we are going to be offering you as your convenience, it means that we are going to do what we are saying. And then also we have to come with a friendly approach. Because you cannot go to a juice stand or buy juice and the person has frowned their faces and anything, or bashing at you that stay healthy, but a friendly approach to why you should take our juice and why you should be healthy and all that. So that's what that we summarize it to these three. And then we're also keeping in mind the friendly message is nourishment on the go. Okay. And then I think 5.2 talks about customer journey map. So how customer interacts with your business from discovery to loyalty. It was very interesting for us. Because we are like a new business entering into the market, what we want to spark in anyone is an interest. Because if you don't have an interest, why would you want to try our products? Healthy, nourishment, quality as well. So we chose interest. And then the next one was, if you are interested and you are happy with what we are doing in the tagline, it resonates with you, it means you are going to buy from us. So the next one, and what the customer does is to buy from us, since they have an interest. Then the next one with the marketing, your marketing support, we chose smooth order and delivery process. Because if you are purchasing from us, you should not make that like the whole thing cumbersome. It should be easy for you. You take a sip, you enjoy it, you buy more. That's the approach you need.
Wow. Guys, let's give it up. That's well done. Well done. Well done.
Okay.
Any questions for them? I think it's that this is some of the very difficult parts of the whole process, and this is why people hire other people to do for them. Sometimes figuring out your language and your wording is difficult, and it's the reason why we are doing this ideation session. So if you have a business and you have like-minded people or people who are very putting their sharp, you can sit with them and just like regurgitate the things you want to do, and then so that can help you refine all your things together before you put yourself out there. Okay. All right, the next team. Oh, you went already. They are going.
And when they are done, I think
They will do. Hey guys, are you finished? Okay.
So, crafting a value proposition. Proposition. So, we are looking at what makes your business or product unique. So, we from the JK Auto Detailing Service, just consultant and your car will be sparkling. So, we are looking at quality and punctuality to our services. And then in this context, we are looking at how do I put it, like being on our words, or whatever we say, or the time that we'll give you will be punctual to it. So if you tell we will be at your premises at 8 and finish at 5, we are following that and we are making sure to give you that result. So quality and punctuality is what we look at giving to our clients.
Maybe you can add reliability as well.
Reliability. Thank you for the word. So we put in reliability. So we go on to see how does it make life easy, better, or different for customers. So we are looking at helping them plan their time and day well. So people who knows that we are coming to do the service for them would also have other activities on board. So with our reliable services, we are looking at planning with them and making sure that what we are saying is going to match their plan for the day. So it's not that we'll come and they have to run here and do other things, but they know that, okay, we are fitting into this. They are doing other stuff around our activities to get their day gone. So helping them plan their day and activities well. Then the next one is, so complete the sentence.
More of like you are going to fit your service in that particular client time schedule. from what you were saying, if I understand.
Oh, sorry, no. So we are planning with the customer so that they can have a well-planned day. So we are helping the customer to have a well-planned day. So like we inquire with them before we come. Okay, what time do you think we can fix into your day activities? So if the person gives us that we should come at 12 or we should come at 8, and then per what we are saying that we can finish in 2 hours. So we finishing in 2 hours, you will then tell us that we should come this time so that we can finish this time, and then you can go and do your other jobs.
So can you pitch it as we offer flexible time offers? Like, I'm really much interested in me looking at language. This is very important because this is marketing. This is what people hear. So, like, explanation is a bit big. It gives you so many ideas. But then if you say we offer flexible time schedules for our clients which fit into their day, it makes it much more easier. So you are working with them to determine a time which works for them. So you as a company have flexible working or service delivery schedules, which will fit into the client's lifestyle. That's what usually they will say in some advertisements.
Yes.
Like, as what makes you more valuable than, or why should we pick you over another company?
Thank you. I think we take that one into consideration, and I think that's the best and in line with what you are saying. So the next one is to finish this sentence. Customers choose my business because we provide quality services and save them, and we are punctual. So we save them time and we are punctual.
We are targeting number 8.
So, reflection. What marketing ideas work best for your business? So, we are looking at direct marketing, one-on-one approach. So, we want to visit where our customers are likely to hang around, meet them in person, and then talk to them about our services. So, because they are more elite in the society, they might not be wandering everywhere, but they have a specific place that we would want to locate and then meet them and talk. So we are looking at direct marketing. And then what did you learn about your customers from marketing feedback?
Before you go on, another word for that is going to be targeted. They're actually going on a targeted marketing. So they are targeting their specific clientele, they're approaching them. Much more targeted.
So we will also do well to provide questionnaires for feedbacks. So we are looking at what they would give to us, and then we'll follow up with them. So some of the things that we are looking at, if we are supposed to give them a questionnaire to give us what they want. We're looking at privacy. Some people will want privacy. So we want to make sure we give them that space of the privacy. We're also looking at giving them value of their time. Value. So like if they have other activities to run within the day, are we making, like, we are giving them a flexible mode to be able to fix us into the activities so that we save them time, so they get value for the time that they need to rally around the activities. And the next one is also value for their vehicles. Someone spending too much money into buying that machine, you make sure you're helping the person to maintain it. At the end, you're making sure that, wow, what I got my product is in line with what I'm eating. So if I'm going for a meeting and the car or their vehicle is sparkling, they also feel like, yes, I bought this and I'm getting value out of what I have. And then also, like, we are rendering a premium services. So they need to have value from that premium services, because it's not just any services that we are running. What we are giving to them, they should feel or have value for it. It's not that we'll do something and we'll have regret that they gave us this and they are not really seeing that we are paying this amount of money, but we are not seeing that result in your work. So we are going to do a service that will give them value for the service that we are doing. So it's a premium services that we're going to run.
All right. Is there a question for them? Thank you so much, guys. Is there a question? There's no question. Let's give it up for them. Thank you.
You sure? List your top three. Our top three marketing objectives. We looked at building customer loyalty.
So before they go on, this is a very important session that probably we would have done together. Because this session addresses how your long-term goals and your short-term goals as an organization connect with your marketing goals or your marketing objectives. So you realize that at the end of the day, majority of the things you want to do marketing-wise are meant to push your company forward. And you would realize that it has a positive correlation with your objectives as an organization or your goals as a firm. So we are hoping that as you map out your marketing objectives, it has a positive correlation with your goals as a company, or it has a solid alignment with that. I hope you understand me. So then when you are deducing or you are crafting a marketing objectives, you have in view your goals as an organization, and then, or as a brand or as a product, you have all of those things in view, your long and short-term goals in view. So it can feed, or your marketing objective can feed into that. Or else a lot of times you spend money that you cannot account for because it isn't directly contribute to the growth of your company in a way, because your goals are usually aligned with your growth as a company, the goals you list. I hope that is clear. Okay.
Okay. So first is for us to build customer loyalty. Already people are using different products, dishwashing liquid soap. So what we need to do is when we approach them, we make sure that the feedback they give and everything, we work on it, then we will satisfy their needs.
Okay, that's a marketing objective.
Yes.
How does that objective fit into one of your company goals? Which goal is customer loyalty or building customer loyalty feeding into? Which of your goals? Goals, yes. Your goals as a company, your soap making company.
Hey,
So that's something, I think she did one long-term goal or so. Okay, governor, they didn't do that, another team did. So you take time and then list your goals. I think you've done your mission, your vision. Because of time, you let another group handle the goals. Do your short-term goals, your long-term goals as well. It's important you do them so you know where you are going, how big you want to become, the things you want to address, the things you want to do as a company. When you get all of those things clear, that's when if you want to start running ads, you have much more grounding and you have flesh, you have much more grounding to doing that. And even your goals should also align to your product and the services you are offering. A lot of times you realize that some company goals are tilted towards the structural bit of a company. Maybe the human resourcing, maybe to buildings, hardcore like buildings on the ground and facilities. But your goals as an organization should be very encompassing. It should capture your product and service you are offering, which is the most important thing. Your product development is the most, because that's what you are offering. That is why you are in business. And then all the other things are the supporting factors of it. The human resource, the building you have, the office, the number of storefronts you have and all of that. If the product doesn't exist, the storefront is not useful or needed. So make sure when you are writing your goals down, your goals capture all of these fronts of your company. And number two, it's very smart. Like we were learning here, how to write your goals. It's time bound. It's very specific. It's specific. I think, for example, he was saying they want to have, what was it? But you didn't even say shops. You were very general. He wanted to have retail across Ghana. That is very generalized. You have to be very specific. Maybe I want to have 3 retail outlets in 3 regions in Ghana in the next 5 years. So it's very specific. You know you are opening retail. Even in some instances, you can even specify the capacity of the retail you want to have. Maybe it's something that they can maybe only accommodate 50 people at a go. 100 people, 200 people can come into the facility. So you know the type of budget to do, the kind of building or warehouse space you are looking for, because this is very specific. The type of goods you are going, as a distributor, you are going to order from your suppliers to fill up that particular kind of outlet or front. So make sure your goals are smart. Your goals are very specific and it's measurable. And the goal should also be measurable. But sometimes you don't give it timelines. Like we're saying, you say you want a storefront. What is the capacity of the storefront? How big is a storefront? You leave all of these things which are big, it cannot be measured. You know. So, and if you don't know your capacity, you can't even know the amount of electronics you can fill that particular front with. So you realize because the goal is very vague, sometimes you are not encouraged to pursue it. But when the goal is very specific, you can actually list down all the things that you can do and the things you need in order to achieve that specific goal. And that is what you need, or we need as business as you grow. Those are some of the core things we pay attention to. We call that impact mapping, actually. We call it impact mapping, and there are people, technical professionals, who write documents like that for firms. They pick their goals and they help them break them down to the least and the tiniest of all details. How they can, the outlook, some of the outputs, the outcome they want to achieve, the resources they need to achieve, that the timeline, all of those things are done. So when they pick it, they can run with it. They know in the next 6 months, we have to be able to do X and Y activities. This is our output. This is what we want to achieve. And this is how we can measure that this is done. And this is the person in charge of it in a company. And then at the end of the 6 months, you can have a long board meeting and then everybody is queried. We gave you X, Y, Z, now we go. Number 1, it's not done. What happened? You're going to put you on probation. And no. So even in your own small ways, you might not afford some of these individuals. Map out your own activities, like Papa Francis was teaching us this morning. So then, this is how you start some of these practices. This is how it started and it became a big thing for corporations. You map out your activities carefully, so then you are able to work them on a daily basis. I hope that's clear. Yeah. So that's all you wrote down?
No.
Let's see what you have.
Then we wrote enter new markets.
Enter new markets.
Yes.
Okay.
Then packaging.
And what are you going to do to enter new markets? You see the example they gave? They gave you want to retain your clients.
Yeah.
What you do is that marketing objective is you want to build loyalty. And then how can you do that? You have to kind of maybe push rewards so that people keep coming back, or you want to give discounts. So what exactly are you going to do to ensure you enter new markets? What marketing approach you
audience.
Is there an action you will take, specific thing you want to do to achieve that?
Maybe when we give a particular soap or product, we will add another detergent to it for them to test, so that they would have a feel of the new product that next time they would like to try.
Yes.
Through that they can buy next time.
That's also good. That's one way to kind of introduce a product to a market. Very good idea of how to go about entering new markets. Okay. All right, is there another point?
Then we also want to look at packaging.
Packaging.
Yes.
With the packaging, we want to help our environment. We don't want to always package in a plastic. If you want to package in the plastic, we would like to go with the refilling But if it's consistent packaging, we like to go with the recyclable materials so that we would help the environment. So basically,
What activity are you going to kind of implement to achieve that?
to achieve that, okay, so we are going to work with branding those who produce the carbons, so that they will design something very nice for us. If it's a plastic, if it's a carbon tube, we would have to source a lot of companies, maybe from China. China.
The big question would be, is this very point they are giving a marketing objective? Is it a marketing objective? But I hope we all understand what a marketing objective is. So I think we should check section 4. Section 4. Section 4. So for example, if I want to open new retail outlets, which is a goal for me as a company, then one of the core things I can set as my marketing objective would be for me to kind of create brand awareness in those regions I want to open the outlets. That's actually a marketing objective. How can I do that? I could do that digitally, or I could do that by maybe running campaigns. Like when people, they get cars and then they drive through, and then they call it activation also. People are dancing and they are moving through Koforidia, Yabo, Yaba. Everybody should see we are now in town. We'll be opening at X so and so place. So that's more of a campaign. So that could be one way that you will be able to kind of achieve your bigger collective goal of kind of launching into a new market or a new region where you want to open up a storefront. So let's pay attention to how our goals can connect into our marketing objectives. All of that. Guys, thank you so much. Is that 7?
Yeah.
7. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
So it says good marketing is measurable. Check what works and what doesn't work. So don't just jump in. We're saying that you have to be very specific on what you want to achieve at the end of a particular marketing campaign process. When all of these things have been done, what do you want to achieve? Especially when the promotion part is done. So the indicator they gave here is how many new customers per month do you want to reach? Maybe it's 30. That is like the baseline you have set. So baseline is like your assumption. But actually, what do you want to achieve? Then you can set your actual like figures. That maybe at the end of each month, I want to make sure we are reaching about 50 new customers. You get it? But you set a baseline that they did here. So they can help you peg and then measure whether you did well or you fell below your baseline. So you have that. And you can put some notes there. Maybe this is how I can achieve that. Okay. And then returning customers. Maybe we want to make sure we are retaining 40% of our customers. But for us, we want to retain about, say, 60% of the people who come to buy. And that's the actual. At the end of the particular marketing season or year, you can go to your books and check and see if that was achieved. How many people came back and were still buying from you again and again and again. And looking at your social media engagement, which is part of evaluation. Now remember, these very things they've listed here is going through all the cycle of marketing. Check it carefully. This social media engagement is falling under digital marketing and promotion. Returning customers is falling in the area of more of like research and entering a market anew. It's aligned to starting afresh, you know. And then sales. I'll project the market cycle for you to see. So you see, at least we've addressed 3 of the key areas on the cycle so far, you know. And then sales increase. You want to increase your sales by which number of percentage? So you realize that this very tracking evaluation is very holistic. It's addressing all the various aspects of the marketing cycle. It isn't only looking at promotions or visibility, which is mostly what most of us are used to when we know. And what we know. I hope that is well communicated. So I do have a question. Is it well understood? Please, is there a question? That's a large group. That's a large group. So finally, I think I removed this.
a look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support.
That it encompasses different aspects which all come together to kind of push a product and a company. Market research is part. Product development, majority of all you've done today address issues around market research and product development. That is what we've been doing so far. Getting your identity, mapping out what you want to sell, how you want to sell it, who is your customer base, who are you targeting, and all the likes. All of the things you've done so far, it falls in between these two categories. I was telling the other group here that if it was an intensive session you were doing, then there should have been a lot of data backing some of the things you were writing down. You should have done some reading, check what others had to say, check what other companies are doing. So then whatever thing you are writing there will be valid. It wouldn't be an assumption. We are not assuming that blue skies, that's S or that's Y. But you've gone to read and you are sure of what you are saying. You're going to check maybe their turnover, their revenue. You're going to check maybe their cost price. So then you are now using that to kind of map your pricing. All of those things fall under market research. You do market research when you are coming out afresh, like we're doing, you are figuring out your brand name, you are looking at a problem you want to solve, you're looking at companies solving a similar problem. You mentioned, you look at their blind spots, you see what they are not doing, you want to take on that. All of that falls under market research. So you notice that when we are looking at governance, for me, I always will peg governance and market research as one. Because if I have a vision, I want to make sure I understand what the market is saying about that vision. So then I'm able to craft a very good governance document which will guide my work as an organization. So let's not underestimate the process of researching and like looking at learnings. Oh, what's happening? Looking at learnings when it comes to we starting anything, any idea. Let's not underestimate some of these things we just did. Now, the next thing which we also did as part of the marketing strategy, which runs through the whole cycle, is that you were able to map out your product development. Most of the answers you were giving around your product, who is your audience, who are you targeting, how do you want to deliver your product, your value proposition, all of these things were aligning to product development. Because it helps you develop a stronger product or service on the market. And you are sure to take off all your blind spots before you put your product on the market or your service on the market. And through some of these things you did, you addressed that already. Now, where we are going to pivot next, when we come from break, is promotions. And last time, we were able to look at different types of promotion. We looked at traditional promotion, which was traditional marketing. We were able to look at the digital aspects. We looked at the networking ones, and then the targeted ones. That is under promotions. That is what most of us know to be marketing. When we are talking about marketing, that's where most of us dwell on. So we didn't want to spend most of our time there because that is something we know. We are familiar with a number of them. So that we'll just watch a video which gives a brief overview of some of the digital tools that are there, the things you should know about them, and probably taking advantage of that when it comes to creating visibility or promoting a service or a product on the market. But I believe the most important thing is what we've done today. So then when you have that, and you don't even have any idea how to use WhatsApp or Instagram, when you walk to a social media manager or someone helping you, you know how to guide the person, promote your business in a way which is meaningful for you. It wouldn't be the person trying to speculate for you and put things on paper which is not actually representative of your identity, your messaging, and who you are as a brand. And at least you also will have grounding. Wherever you stand, wherever you go, you can pitch your business easily. You can defend what you are doing. You can tell your story with authenticity because you know your value chain. You know where you started from. You know what is the intricate details of the business you are running or the idea you are pivoting and how you want it to kind of grow, the challenges in that industry. You can speak to it. It's from here that most people begin to grow and they become advocates in industries. You understand your value chain, realize that, wow, there's something I need to take on in this industry and change. So, for example, I did a little research on salt, and I realized a number of young people are used to mine salt around the Adan region. And it's illegal. It's child labor. And we eat salt. Across the country, all of us eat salt. But a number of cases are used for that. So if somebody, for example, I'm getting into the salt business, it's one of the things that I will cringe about that. Wow. If I'm telling my story, how do I get my salt and all of that and stuff? It's a reality on the ground. If you find that it could be a passion you pursue as a salt business, that, hey, I want to go into communities and be part of changing the story or narrative of having children, instead of being in school, they being used during the salt season to mine salt when they're supposed to be in a classroom. So, like, these things are very important. These things we just discussed are very important. I think in the marketing cycle, what we just did is some of the core things that we should have and we should be able to pull together before you pivot into promotions and to sales. I'm sure from today, those of you who have business here, you can sell your business so well. You can stand before people and sell your business, sell your product and your service. Let them know why I think you should choose me over the next business. You did that. So even for sales, you've done that already. Why you should patronize me, why I think I give you more value than the next business which you've been patronizing already. So let's have a wonderful lunch time. We watch our video during lunch. It will just be playing. You can just watch that when you're eating and all of that. It's just something short. So they'll set that up for us. So thank you so much.
A look back on our impact. At InMe Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change and empowered individuals to take bold steps towards their dreams. InMe Global has equipped over 500 individuals with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to launch and grow their ideas. With the guidance of industry experts, our dedicated team have nurtured mentees, helping them turn promising ideas into reality. As a backbone for inspiring entrepreneurs, we provide financial support to mentees through business pitching opportunities, where they also receive guidance and advice from industry experts and business leaders, helping them transform promising ideas into thriving businesses. Our charity initiatives continue to support marginalized groups in society, spreading love and hope through visits and donations that provide essential supplies and relief to those in need. We also spend quality time with them, offering encouragement and reminding them that they are not alone. Through our social media platforms, we share valuable financial literacy insights, helping our followers understand essential principles such as budgeting, investing, avoiding financial fraud, and building long-term financial security. We believe that financial stability leads to better business decisions, and by equipping individuals with this knowledge, we empower them to take control of their financial future. Alongside these insights, we also spotlight young entrepreneurs, sharing their struggles and triumphs to inspire others to take bold steps towards financial freedom. Stay connected and be the first to know about our latest events, mentorship opportunities, and success stories. Follow us on all our social media platforms for updates, and don't forget to share with others. Let's grow together in Me Global, igniting the spirit of possibilities. A look back on our impact. At In Me Global, we believe entrepreneurship is a powerful path to financial independence. Success, however, isn't a solo journey. That's why we emphasize the power of networking and mentorship, essential pillars that provide aspiring entrepreneurs with guidance, connections, and opportunities to thrive. We are proud to be part of Africa's growth story. Through our impactful conferences over the years, we have inspired change